known better. I should have known better. I should have done better. I thought I have a little bit more credit maybe with you guys that I do all this in my second language.
You can get the full squad list at talksport.com. Now, Ruben Amorim admits his emotions often get the better of him after a match. He was critical of his players after their shock defeat to Grimsby and says he can't hide his passion in the heat of the moment.
Sometimes I want to quit. Sometimes I want to be here for 20 years. Sometimes I love to be with my players. Sometimes I don't want to be with him.
Now that Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Fenerbahce, where to next for the special one? talkSPORT's European football expert Kevin Hatchard reckons he fancies the gig at Rangers.
What would appeal to him is the challenge of getting Rangers back where they feel they belong. I think the passion. Can you imagine him at Ibrox? I mean, that would be extraordinary.
Now, lots of transfer updates to bring you as Newcastle finalise a deal for Nick Voltemada. talkSPORT understands they haven't given up on signing Jurgen Strand-Larsen. With frantic activity at St James's Park, we were keen to get some exciting insight from Eddie Howe at his press conference this morning.
I've got no update from what I spoke about the other day. I'm concentrating on trying to bring players to the club.
Well, I think that's called straight to bat. And Alejandro Garnacho's completed his Chelsea medical. Crystal Palace have agreed a fee with Toulouse for centre-back JD Convo. Spurs have entered the race to sign Manuel Akanji. And Costas Tsimikas has a closing in on a move to Roma on loan. All the rest is on the talkSPORT website.
talkSPORT News.
A top judge has overturned a temporary injunction to block asylum seekers from being housed at the Bell Hotel in Epping. And parents are being urged to take up the offer of a chickenpox vaccine for babies on the NHS from January. More with Emma at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit, your go-to destination for quality tyres from great brands like Continental. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Average temperatures today, cloudy but mainly dry this afternoon, but there will be pockets of showers popping up.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Benny's here, everyone.
It's Darren here, by the way. Darren
No,
Bent.
I just said that. DB, sneaky freak, you all right?
Easy.
Was it dressed down Friday, yeah?
Funny, yeah?
Right, Jingo, we got a show for you this afternoon. We discuss Ruben Amorim admitting that he sometimes wants to quit Man United, and we'll ask whether any fans would have Jose back at Manchester United.
You know what? I'm not going to speak about it now. I can't wait to hear your version.
We're going to talk about that in a moment. Well, yesterday I said I'd take Southgate. That says everything you need to know. We'll also look into the big game of the weekend, which is Arsenal go to Anfield, and we'll bring you reaction to Thomas Tuchel's England squad, which doesn't include Foden or Trent. On top of that, we'll also hear from all the managers ahead of the weekend's football in today's Ready, Steady, Cook. And as if that wasn't enough, how about this? We're going to be joined in the studio for the last hour of the show by, with former Chelsea and England midfielder Joe Coles, who'll bring you the latest edition of Friday Night Live with our friends at TNT Sports. We will have a bit of that, you're right, Benty. Maybe next time.
I know Ryan's back on the decks. I like that.
So drive this to talkSPORT. You can get involved. It's Big Friday, 03717 223344.
Really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
This is what I'm saying. Those guys, I mean, Ryan's obviously on the decks now. You know when they just get it and just bang?
Who?
That Ryan, they're dropping the Jose bit in at the end. It's just, that's why it's top tier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
All right, well, yes, I'm fine-ish. Last night, I had, from nowhere, started about 6 o'clock when we were on air, the worst toothache
You said that to me, actually.
During the show.
Yeah.
It got so bad, right? Now, I should point out, drinking is bad for you, right? We know drinking is bad for you. I was in so much pain last night, so I got in, and the kids were out, and the missus was out, and I sat on the couch, and Dr. Scooter Frank's next to me, licking my face. Like that, daddy time. And I'm sitting there, it's getting worse and worse. And anyway, I went upstairs, I lay on the bed, all the lights off. I'm like holding my jaw like that. Anyway, they come, you're all right? And I'm like, upstairs. It got so bad, I thought I was going to have to go to A&E. I was in so much pain. I just thought, I need to get through this. Then I'm going to get through it. I opened the whiskey.
Yeah.
Right? I thought,
Did it cure it?
Pardon?
Did that cure it?
well, it got rid of the pain. I had about 8 doubles.
Gee whiz.
I had about like a third of a bottle of whiskey last. I mean, I woke up today like, drinking's awful for you kids. Let me just point out, drinking is bad. But
what whiskey was it?
So it's one. Remember I went to the shop a couple of weeks ago to get Jack a bottle of champagne for his birthday, his wedding. I bought a Scottish 18-year-old.
Nice,
stunning. I mean, after a while, I was like, but got rid of it. And this morning I woke up, I was like, oh, it's still not right. So I need to go
to the dentist. I went to see the hygienist the other day. Clean me up on that. Nice.
Cleaned you up.
Clean me up on that.
You got good teeth?
Yeah.
Got any fillings?
Nope, none.
Have you not?
Nope.
You got any veneers?
Nope.
What?
You've been quirky.
No. But you might have veneers.
I haven't got
all real teeth.
All natural teeth.
That's good.
But no, everything other than that, good. Obviously, bought a little one today.
Yeah, you bought your son. I didn't know whether you wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I know
that.
you brought your son in. How old is he?
7.
Cheeky little thing, isn't he? I don't know where he gets that from.
Yeah, mini Bent. Yeah, I tell you.
We're doing a quiz with him versus you later on in the show.
Yeah, good one.
What?
If you like the cameras and the lights where they are, you'd probably best think.
Well, what would he do? Is he well behaved?
Would you find it? Bring him in here.
No, but you know better than I do, right?
Yeah, he'd be fine. But he sees something like he has really mad thoughts. So like he might be sitting there, and he's a little bit like me, and he'll look at that camera over there, and he'll say he's eating a bag of sweets. He'll go, I can eat that camera with this bag of sweets, and he just start.
So that's where he gets it from, I'm guessing from you.
Because I'll do some mad.
Are you going to have to go out in every bank and go and speak to him?
Yeah, well, we do that anyway.
We do that anyway.
Yeah, so no, but he's fine. He's out there, he's enjoying himself.
Nice to see him.
Yeah,
he's got some good sneakers on today.
Of course.
Right, we were going to start today's show by reacting to the news that Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Fenerbahce. However, Ruben Amorim has made the headlines once again with his comments in his press conference earlier this afternoon. So we can't help but discuss Manchester United. So United fans, we're combining the two and asking one question. Would you take the special one back again?
Burma with a little jogging run up has missed. It's in the underside of the bar, and Grimsby Town have knocked Manchester United out.
The players aren't responding to him. The job's too much for him. And Al, I done my coaching badges with Ruben Amorim in Belfast. It didn't seem to me, speaking to him whilst we were away for 2 weeks, that he was a coward. And that's what I see now.
See, a lot of clubs now looking for managers, aren't they?
He's moaned about the state of the league. He's moaned about referees. We've seen a lot of that classic Mourinho siege mentality stuff, but we haven't really seen a lot of results.
So I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm a special one.
I mean, it can't, can it? He can't, can he? Ruben Amorim has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons this week, and that continued this afternoon. He spoke to the media ahead of his side's game against Burnley this weekend. He was asked how he felt after that defeat to Grimsby in the Carabao Cup.
If you are in one way, if you have this kind of behavior, you have to understand that that is you have things that is good on that type of behavior, that you have the other side of the coin. So I understand that, and again, sometimes I want to quit. Sometimes I want to be here for 20 years. Sometimes I love to be with my players. Sometimes I don't want to be with him. So again, I need to improve on that. It's going to be hard, but now I'm focused in the next game.
What do you make of that? It's very bizarre. I find it strange you could admit as a manager you want to quit.
I do find it bizarre, and part of me feels a little bit for him because it's just the job just feels like it's way, way too big for him. But at the flip side as well, that's what he signed up for. Do you know what it is? I'm sure most managers feel the exact same way. They just don't air it. At some point, all managers would probably have that thought saying, do you know what?
We all feel that. I mean, I don't with this job,
no.
Right? Because I'm very lucky. It's not a job.
No.
We turn up, we talk football 3 hours, we go home.
Exactly.
But I used to have a normal job, and I remember that 9 times out of 10, people turn up and go, do you know, I could have stayed at home today. Yeah. Just couldn't be done with it.
Like I know, obviously, they're completely really, really well paid and stuff, but of course, sometimes everyone in their job just thinks, you know what, honestly, sometimes I could just quit. Do you know what I mean?
But don't say it.
But don't say it.
Don't say it in front of the media.
And you certainly don't say it now when your club's in absolute crisis. So that there is was a shock to me. And I just find that every single thing, and I was having this conversation earlier, right, about the Grimsby game when it comes to Manchester United, and some really good points were getting kind of flashed about. It's Man United against Grimsby, right? There was a no-win. You couldn't win that game. Regardless what happened, you couldn't win. You beat Grimsby.
Not losing,
right? You beat Grimsby, you should have beat Grimsby. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So but what you can't do is get beat. You cannot let that happen because all of a sudden people are just there waiting with their knives out to put it in your back. I think he's I think he's really, really starting to feel the pressure now, like badly. And even him, he's probably going home and questioning himself with his family, thinking, do you know what? I think I made a mistake here.
I do think he is on literally a game by game. What's the one I'm looking for?
Game by game situation where he might get sacked off.
If we beat Burnley at the weekend, it's almost like next week we'll come in and go, okay, all right, let's see how we get on the following weekend. But if we lose to Burnley, that's it, right?
I don't know if it's that's it, but he's on tender ice. But
tender ice?
It's tender ice.
Tender hooks?
No, tender ice. Because you know sometimes you walk on that ice, it breaks. Tender ice.
Yeah, but tender ice isn't the same. It's tender hooks.
No, but I've heard tender ice.
You haven't?
I have.
No,
I find it a movie, Tender Ice.
Okay.
No, it's not called Tender Ice, but it was in that film.
No, that's not a saying.
No, but it is. You walk on a lake.
Do you mean thin ice?
No, tender ice.
No, there's no tender ice.
I've heard that.
Tender. I'm looking right. Tender ice has never been a sentence.
Yeah, it is.
Tender ice. No,
trust me. But anyway, he's on tender ice, and I just think.
It's unbelievable.
Do you know what I do think? I think as well.
Is he on thin hooks?
No, he's on thin hooks and tender ice, right? I do think, right, with certain football clubs,
yeah,
like if they're unsure what to do with him or they're thinking about sacking him, certain situations crop up, like a manager who they like and really can feel maybe is better, then it might make them speed up their approach. Now, I'm not saying Jose's the answer, but now Jose has now become available. All of a sudden, I'm looking at not so much Manchester United because I know your feelings on it and I can't wait for that, but Nottingham Forest. Marinakis. I'm looking at him going, Nuno's on.
I don't know if those two worlds should ever collide.
But he's like a superstar manager, right? And you know, Marinakis likes to make a splash. So I'm thinking, he's thinking tender ice.
He's thinking tender ice. I'm sure
ice.
it's a Kenny Thomas song, isn't it?
Right, tender ice. And he's thinking to himself, oh, if Nuno goes, Jose's right there.
I just don't think those two worlds, I mean, it's...
Yeah, but you don't actually try it, right?
I know, but any manager that has a problem about anything, they go.
Yeah.
And Jose's
a different beast. He's earned the right to be a different beast.
I don't know.
Mate, he has earned the right. Come on.
No, he has, but I don't know if Marinakis is the one that can handle it.
No, but listen, it might collide, but as long as he gets Forest to where they... But this is where I don't think it will work, because Jose's style of football is similar to Nuno's. Now, if you're sacking Nuno because of the football that he plays, don't bring in Jose.
No. So
would you say?
Well, that's the question I was going to ask. Would I take Jose back? I've always said no, because he comes with a cloud, a horrible grey cloud, and it's not just the players that feel it, but it's the tea lady before she was sacked by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. It was whoever's working in the megastore. It was whoever's working for MUTV. Just everyone feels it. They feel his wrath when he's at the club. But he is a bit of a serial winner. He's not done it recently, but. Would I take Joe? If I could click, is that your question? If I could click my fingers
and bring him back, because
Jose's there in the dugout against Burnley.
Yeah, because I remember
I think I would do
you
that.
saying that it was the cloud was under a black cloud, the club.
Yeah,
and even though he won, I mean, his record at Man United weren't bad in all competitions. 144 games, he won 84 of those, drew 31, only lost 29.
Well, when we got second with that squad, he said that's one of his greatest ever achievements.
So he's finished second, greatest ever achievement, won the EFL Cup, and he won the Europa League.
Yeah.
And the Community Shield. I mean, he'll definitely count that. So that's pretty good going.
Yeah, he wins trophies, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're guaranteed, unless you sack him before the League Cup run like Spurs did,
Yeah.
but he wins your trophies. Would I take Jose back?
You've had a choice. Put him in order.
Is your question Jose or Ruben?
Yeah. Put him in order.
Jose,
Ruben, Gareth. In order of wanting at your club.
No.
You got
Jose.
Yep.
Gareth.
Then
Ruben.
Wow.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the pile.
Wow. But Jose, if he becomes available now, I know that it's about style of football, but I think some people, certainly Forest, you look at Marinakis, it's like a splash. Imagine he goes to Forest. It's a big old, do you know what I mean?
It's massive.
Massive.
You want him back in the Premier League?
Yeah.
We all want him back in the Premier League. I know.
Oh, no, you do actually. No. Oh, it's changed.
No, it's not I do want him back. I would rather have him. I don't want him back. Yeah. I'd rather have him.
We've got a choice. You have him back or you keep Ruben.
I can't have him back. 03717223344. This applies to Forest fans and Manchester United fans. United fans, do you want Jose instead of Ruben? 03717. That's a nuts question. 03717 223344. Dial that. You can have your say next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
VIP.
Let's kick it.
Let's kick it.
Who's the vanilla?
It is Vanilla. You're listening to Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and Mr. Tender Ice himself, Ice Baby. It's Darren Bent. Still to come. We'll be joined by a former Chelsea midfielder and TNT Sports pundit. Joe Cole will be with us in the studio. Just quickly, Phil Foden, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ivan Toney have been left out of Thomas Tuchel's England squad. We'll talk about that in just a minute. And Aston Villa will face Jose Mourinho, former club Fenerbahce, in the Europa League phase. Forest, they're going to welcome Porto into their world. That's in the pick of the ties. Right, United fans, we're talking about Jose actually. Would you have him back? 03717223344. Let's go to Ads is first up. Hi Ads, how you doing?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Yeah, we're good. Thanks so much for coming on. What would you like to say to me and Bentley and our listening millions around the world?
Well, first of all, I would like to say I'd have Jose back in a heartbeat, because I personally think he shouldn't have been sacked to begin with, to be fair. But I think for what he did, for the limited, the resources that he had, the players he wanted to sign, he didn't get the chance to sign him to begin with. I remember when he wanted to sign Harry Maguire for 50 million, and then he never got the chance to sign him. And then eventually the price went up to 80 million when we got him, I think, the season after.
Mm.
But I think if you look at the stats, I think I saw something yesterday that since Sir Alex retired, I think Jose's record has been the best out of all the managers that we've had ever since Sir Alex has retired. So
okay, but the style of football was appalling, right?
Well, it is what is it that you want? Would you like the style of football? And
I want to be entertained.
So would you rather be entertained and not win anything?
No, but I'd rather be entertained and win something.
Yeah, but I think
why is it either one or the other, Ads?
Well, you'd rather win some, won't you? You can't have both, can you?
Why can't I have both?
Unless you've got a top side like Liverpool or Man City.
It can be done, right?
It can be done, but I think with our club, it's just. I think I've said this before, but I think it's at the moment it's cursed. It's like whoever comes there, any player or manager, it's like they're actually brilliant, but as soon as they land at Old Trafford, I don't know, something happens to them.
Do you know, he was right in terms of record, because Jose is the best. He had the best since Fergie, then Eric Ten Hag. So Jose, I think that was the thing. You just said to me that the feeling around the club when Jose was there wasn't great. But maybe Jose, you never know, second time around he might have...
You don't want him back. Second time around...
You do want him back, you said?
Well, I'd rather have him than Ruben, but I don't want him back. No. There's a big difference. Second time he was at Chelsea, he won the league in his second season.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting he'll do that United. Daniel's a United fan. What's he say? Hi, Daniel.
Evening, lads. How are we?
We're great. Very well. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Daniel, let me ask you a question. I did, if you heard the top of the show, I was moaning about toothache that I had last night. I've still got. Do you know it's the worst pain known to man?
Yeah, other than being a Man United fan at the moment.
And he's both.
Yeah. How do you think I'm feeling today?
Yeah, 100%. But no, toothache is horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Go on. Tell me about the toothache the Man United have got. Where's the problems?
Oh, well, where do we start? But no, Jose is not the answer. Not at all. It's just going backwards. Look at all the teams he's been at. It's not a step in the right direction for where Man United should be going. He just causes carnage wherever he goes. I get he's got a good win percentage and he done what he done, but he's just going to be a 1-2 season manager there, and then we're going to have to change him again.
Yeah.
It's not.
Who'd you rather have right now in the dugout?
I never thought I'd say this because I absolutely hated Southgate for England, but probably Southgate, to be honest.
Southgate?
I think Southgate might be the answer,
No, but I don't mean as the next manager. I mean, if you could click your fingers and either have Jose or Ruben in the dugout against Burnley at the weekend, who'd you want?
Jose. Listen, 24% or 28% win percentage. I think I saw a stat that said Leicester, when they went down, had more points than Ruben. Yes.
Damn it, that is
ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Good call. Thanks for that. Let's go to another one. Let's go to Patrick. Hi, Pat.
Is in terms of Amorim's record is really, really bad. But I actually think that the best thing that happened to United was he did actually come in. He said he didn't want to come in last year. The best thing that happened was him coming mid-season, because he got to see them players exactly for how they were and the characters. So some of them bad eggs are getting shipped out now, whether it's Rashford, whether it's Garnacho, the bomb squad, as everyone's calling them. But also the thing is everybody keeps going on about his tactics and his formation and his system, okay? But he made, the point is, 4-2-3-1, whether under Ten Hag was played or Ranić or Solskjaer to a lesser extent, it's been played. Them players for the last 5 years have shown they cannot play that system, and they weren't good enough to play that system, and a lot of them just aren't good enough. So we want to go back and change the tactics and change the tactics.
No,
And
but
go
it's
back
everything.
To,
it's everything. He's playing Mason Mount left wing back. He's playing. He's trying to play Kobbie Mainoo as a 10. That's not his position.
No, it isn't. But then Kobbie, to be fair, Kobbie needs to get in, but he can't get in because he's not athletic enough to get up and down the pitch.
Yeah.
I think Amorim has caused himself a little bit of a problem, because where I think he should have maybe only signed one number 10, whether it was Cunha and Mbeumo, and then played Fernandes there with him and spent the other 70 million on an athletic box-to-box midfielder.
Patrick, do you know what? You've made a lot of good points there. And to be fair, you spoke quite honestly, because I've not heard one. You're probably the only Manchester United fan I've heard that said about Kobbie Mainoo in terms of his athleticism, that he can't get up and down. Most of them have kind of made excuses about him, saying that we know he's talented, he should be
That's
playing.
not his role. He doesn't want to play 10.
No, but I think Patrick's got a point. Him trying to get around him trying to get about has been a problem.
That's also just because he is a young player, and he's come through the academy, and we want them players to come through, because United have got that, and we're built on that history. But at the end of the day, he's a great player on the ball, but in the system as a two-man midfield, he isn't. They talk about Baleba, but Baleba, he can move up and down, press, go slow, get on the ball, run with the ball. Kobe can't do that. He's kind of one pace. He's not got that drive and the pace to burst away from someone.
Listen, you're a good caller. I'm going to ask you a question, right? Give me benefits.
What?
Give me benefits as to why we should keep Ruben Amorim, because you obviously want to keep him.
Yeah, I do want to keep him, because, as I said, the last year, I think.
No, but forget about the last year. Going forward, right? I've given you all these reasons as to why I don't think he can do this job. I just think it's too big for him. You give me the reasons why I'm wrong. What you've seen in him to suggest that he's the right man.
Because obviously he's just only signed 3 new players that he's got. I still think he needs, as in terms of to get a couple more, i.e. a goalkeeper that he can actually save shots, and a midfielder. So that isn't going to all of a sudden happen over the next 3 years, even if they get this Lemens goalkeeper in. But it's in terms of he's fundamentally, the culture of the club has got to change from Radcliffe all the way down, okay, which is happening. He's also now got a support network of a football structure behind him with Barada and Wilcox. Okay, he's got to be given time to implement that. You can't just after 3 games. Literally,
it's not after 3. It's after 10 months.
Yes, it is after 10 months, but last year was almost like a free hit, because he had to deal with the rubbish that was there before, and he's brought in a new system. But at least he got to see what them players were like ability-wise and also character-wise. So the culture's got to be changed.
Do you know what's mad as well, Patrick? Do you know what's crazy, Patrick, as well, is that, and listen, I think that was a really, really good call from Patrick. I thought he was brilliant there. But it was only 2 games ago, people were over the moon about the way he played against Arsenal. How have we got to this? So honestly, there was people going, we look great, it's going to be a better season.
Burnley's massive at the weekend.
Huge.
But if we come in here on Monday and we've lost, or even drawn.
Yeah, probably. Where's it at?
Our place.
Oh no, that can't
happen.
I mean, I'm saying that can't happen, but
it can't happen. It really can't happen. How many Spurs score? 4-3. 3.
3. Do you know, in some respects, right? The Grimsby game's harder than this Burnley game, and the reason why I say that is because there's nothing to gain. It's the weather. It's them games. If you're not at it from the start of the game, it's difficult.
Yeah.
You get into a Premier League game against a very good Premier League side.
Do you think we'll win?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But I don't think it'll be a good performance. But I think somebody like Bruno will bail you out.
Yeah, Cunha or something like that. Still to come, we'll be joined by our chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, for a bit of Ready Stay Quick. First, it's time for No Googling. We've been talking about Jose, the special one, secured Chelsea's first title in 50 years. That was back in 2005. Lost just 1 game in the process. We want to know, who did that defeat come against? Good question. The answer to that, Joe Cole. Talking of Chelsea, Joe Cole will be joining us for the last hour of our show as well in the studio. Lots coming up between now and 7. Stay where you are.
Is Alexander Isak now free to make his move? Well, maybe, given that Newcastle have agreed to sign Stuttgart striker Nick Voltemada for a deal totalling £69 million. Our European experts have compared him to Peter Crouch, a big man with a great touch who can also weave in and out of challenges. Our transfer reporter Ben Jacobs says it remains to be seen if Newcastle will now open the door to another Liverpool bid.
If you're Liverpool and you're looking at this profile and the money spent, you're taking encouragement, because regardless of who comes in, if it's 150, Liverpool won't be there. If it's closer to 120 million, they will be.
Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Fenerbahce just hours after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was fired by Besiktas. Could either succeed Ruben Amorim? Well, Ben Foster's told us Gareth Southgate could maybe do it, given his ability to change the mindset within a dressing room. Either way, he says a new goalkeeper is a must, and there are so many that have already slipped through their fingers.
I just don't know why they're not going out and getting a Donnarumma or an Emi Martinez, because I think once you get that goalkeeper sorted, I think that's just the building blocks of where you need to get to.
Elsewhere, talkSPORT understands Xavi Simons has had his Spurs medical and everything's been signed after a €60 million fee was agreed. Alejandro Garnacho's move to Chelsea has been agreed as well. The initial fee is £40 million with another 10 in add-ons. Get all the latest transfer lines at talksport.com.
Yes, Ryan. Who is it?
Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you.
Baby, if you give it to me. Busta Rhymes.
Is it?
And Mariah Carey.
I met Mariah Carey once.
Did you?
No. Before the break,
I met Buster once.
What?
I met Buster
What'd
once.
you do? What did you say? What did
I
you...
met Buster once.
Did I Buster once? Still to come when we take the... What?
What?
We'll be talking about Jose Mourinho. Before the break, I asked a question about Jose, actually. Who's the only team that beat Chelsea in the season where Chelsea lost once?
Villa?
No.
Who was it?
A Manchester team. City, not me. No. I'll give you £1,000. You can tell me who scored the goal. 1-0 they won it.
Sobieski?
No. Ex-Arsenal player.
Nasri?
No. Played for Real Madrid.
Played for Real Madrid?
Oh, he played for Real Madrid.
And he's ex-Arsenal player?
Yeah. Oh, Bennett, I thought you'd get that straight away.
Ex-Real Madrid? What have I got? Mine's gone blank.
Oh, my days. Brother was his agent.
Oh, Nicholas Anelka.
Yeah. Right. In fact, a bit later on, we'll be asking whether it's a must-win game for Arsenal at Anfield this weekend, despite being...
Well, 6 points from 6.
Oh, my goodness, such a big... Hold on. Oh, you've got 6 from 6. You fancy it?
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm going into it, and Anfield's a tough place to go. So right now, I'm happy with the point. I'll take that.
Yeah.
But I am going there with more optimism, just thinking that because Saka's out, but I feel like we've got Eze to come in, Madueke. Do you know what I mean? We've got
Mate, don't get excited about Madueke.
No, but he's a good player.
Are you nuts?
International footballer.
I know, but Saka's out.
He's a level up.
And you've gone Madueke.
Okay, but we've taken with one hand, which is Saka's out.
Yeah.
Give him with the other.
No, you haven't given with the other. You've taken with one hand.
Eze. Yeah, even if he's on the other side.
Will he play?
Yeah, 100%. I hope so.
He's got to, right?
Has to play.
Yeah.
Imagine him.
I think you'll beat him. I think you'll win the league this season.
I hope so.
I really do. Pains me to say it.
It doesn't pain you though, does it?
It does pain me because I don't want you to win the league.
Yeah, but you like me happy, right? Smiling.
No, not if it means you're smiling because you won the league. Like Righty, I was out with Righty yesterday for a bit of lunch.
Yeah.
If Arsenal win the league, I'll be happy for him.
Yeah.
But I just don't want you sat there, that big Cheshire cat look on your face, knowing you've won the league. Right, time now for this.
It's time to introduce the most wise, wonderful, insightful character in the land of betting. The man, creature himself, Paddy's Wise Wolf on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yes, time now to welcome back Paddy's Wise Wolf. Paddy's Wise Wolf, are you there?
I am there. Good afternoon. How are we doing?
We're good, man. How are you? You all right? You well?
It's good. Good. Friday. It's been all spreadsheets on one monitor and darts on the other.
No, that sounds like the perfect Friday to me.
Wolves play darts.
Pardon?
Wolves play darts, yeah.
You not see Gladiators?
Ah, true.
Yeah. Right, you're going to be talking us through the best bet builder that we should be looking at this weekend. Can you remind us how the bet builder works, please?
Yeah, so your bet builder is picking multiple selections as if it were a accumulator within one game. You can have any of the markets we have available. It could be a team to win. It could be over under goals, corners, fouls, players to have shots on target, you name it.
Okay. And there's a charity that will benefit if we get this right. That would be who?
That would be the Attitude Foundation, raising money for a myriad of LGBT causes up and down the country.
Okay. Right, the game we're looking at is on Sunday afternoon in the Premier League as Forest play West Ham at the City Ground. It's a 5-leg bet, but of these picks, I've gone for Forest to win the game.
Yeah, that's we actually had to change our people's pick this week because that is the most popular pick of the week. We've had nearly 10,000 people already backing Forest to win. A lot of people treating it a bit like a foregone conclusion. If you look at the XG table, Forest are in 5th, West Ham dead last in 20th. Graham Potter's sort of on tender ice at the minute.
Oh, very good.
Oh, I love that.
Very good. I like that.
I've gone for over 2.5 goals, please, boss.
Yeah, so it clicked last time they played in the second last game of last season. Forest won it 2-1. It's come in 5 of their last 10 games. It's coming in at 10-11 this week.
Okay, next up is producer Billy, who's got a fresh nappy on, so he's raring to go here. He's gone Hudson-Odoi to have a shot on target.
Yes, 4-9. So Hudson-Odoi last season, 0.6 shots on target per game on average, but this season so far, it's been 1.0. His average position on the pitch, actually, since the start of season, with a little bit of a change in Forest tactics, is about 12 to 15 yards higher up the pitch. So he is playing a little more advanced this season.
Okay, it says here that I should say to you, what do you think of those selections, Wolfie?
The one I'm looking at, thinking about changing, is just on the back of how strong Nottingham Forest defence was last season. The over 2.5, I could see the game very easily ending 2-0.
That's Bentley's pick.
Yeah, it doesn't change the price too much for the combined total of the bet builder. We'll get there once we've had the my pick and the people's pick. But
Bentley, do you want to change it?
No.
Oh, I see that.
Don't worry, I'm 3 for 3 now. I don't think I've convinced anyone of anything.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, do you know what? He's right. I'm going to let you change it.
We'll take that. There we go. 1 from 3.
Beautiful. Okay. Next up are who? The people?
Yep, the people's pick this week is Chris Wood, anytime goal scorer. 20 goals last season, career best for him. He's already got 2 this year, looking dangerous. West Ham have already given up 9 goals in 3 games this season. 5 of those have been centre forwards finishing inside the box. So it doesn't look like things are getting any better for West Ham's defence either.
Okay, the last one is you, Mr. Wolf. Down, boy. What are you going for?
So I've gone for Matt Sells, 3 saves for the Forest goalkeeper. He averaged 3.1 last season. And Graham Potter, at every club he's been at, Swansea, Chelsea, Brighton, they've all had the exact same problem. They shoot, they go on target, and they do not score, and then they just lose the game. So even if Forest could win this relatively comfortably, I think most people are in agreement that this should be Forest's game to win. There's a good chance that West Ham is still going to be shooting and missing.
Okay. Before I let you go, can you confirm the bet with insurance, the odds and the value of the charity bet one more time, please, Wolf?
Yeah, so it is Forest to win, over 1.5 now that we've convinced Benty. Hudson-Odoi shot on target, Chris Wood anytime goal scorer, and Matt Sells 3 saves, coming in at 6.2 to 1.
Wolfie, have a great weekend.
You too. Take care. All the best.
Thanks, you too. There you go. Paddy's Wise Wolf Bet Builder. For today, minimum 25 play 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
Paddy's Wise Wolf on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Now, earlier today, Thomas Tuchel announced his England squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. The main talking points were Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jack Grealish and Phil Foden not being involved. Thomas Tuchel spoke to the media today and discussed those players who had been left out.
First of all, we decided for a tighter squad, for a bit more competitive squad. We didn't use all 23 players to make it more competitive to be in the squad. There is no doubt that I'm a big fan of Trent and of Jack, of both of their talent and of their personalities. They are big players. They will always be big players, and they will always be in the mix to be called up. I know that both of them are desperate to come back, which is really important. But for this camp, we decided on Trent's position for Reece and for Tino Livramento, simply out of competition. And we decided on Jack's position for Rashi, for Anthony, and for Ebbs.
What do you make of that now, Jack Grealish?
I think it's coming. It might be a little bit early. I mean, it'd be quite bad, I guess, if you, after one game, one performance, you put him straight in. But if he continues the way he started at Everton, I've got no doubts whatsoever he'll be in there.
Well, you say that, right? You say that, but that would suggest that you can play your way into that squad if you're playing well.
Yeah, I
don't think that's the case.
No, but I think there are certain positions that are up for grabs, and I think that left-hand side certainly is. And listen, if Jack plays as well as we know he can do, then he's one of the best in that position.
I don't want to pick on your mate Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
But he keeps getting into this squad on the back of what I don't know.
Leader, captain. Leader
he's not England's captain.
No, leader on and off the pitch. Yeah, listen, that again, that's
he's trimming down the squad. There are other players in the squad as well that I look at.
Remember last one he said that about how vital he was, Jordan Henderson, not only on the pitch but off the pitch.
Yeah, but I don't get the off the pitch nonsense.
No, and also,
why are you taking up the space? And by the way, I really don't want to pick on Jordan Henderson.
No, but you said taking up space, but instead of who would you put in there instead?
Oh, just name two players that should be in that squad.
Who?
Grealish.
Yeah, but he don't play the same position.
I know, but he's midfielder.
No, but he can't play centre midfielder the way.
No, he just said, but hold on. The manager just said
he's a holder.
Phil Foden.
He's not a holder. So that's two players. There's no point.
I know,
relevant to Jordan.
But these are players. He's just said, the manager, that I'm trimming down the squad. Well, if you're trimming down the squad, why are you leaving players like Jack Grealish and Phil Foden out? Creative players. And if anything, we lack creativity.
See, Jack,
we do. With those two.
I think Jack.
Who's the most creative player? You've got no Saka in that team as well as injured. Who's the most creative player? No Jude. Name a creative player in England's squad at the moment.
Harry. Nonny.
No, come on.
Yeah, Harry Kane can create with his passing.
You can't ask a striker to create.
Nonny Madueke. White player. Okay. I'd probably say Morgan Rogers or Gibbs White. Those guys are creative.
Okay, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you think that's...
Endo can... No, I'm not saying that, but my point is...
That's my point. He's trimming the squad. He's taking out all the creativity.
No, but he's not doing that. But what he's saying is... Henderson was going to be in there with Foden or Grealish were going to be in there anyway. But I think that certainly with Foden, his performances haven't been good enough.
No, fine.
Right. But
you're now suggesting that he's picking players whose performance is good enough.
I think there's a little bit of both. I think there's some players that he wants to see them play well, and there's others that offer...
He's got his favourites.
Yeah, of course, and all managers do. But I think for Jack, that's coming. Like 100%, the way he started for Everton, he's looked really good, so he's coming. Phil Foden's got to do a bit more. I like the fact that Jed Spencer's in there, because I think he's deserved it, by the way, because he has been unbelievable in the wrong position, by the way.
Okay. Dan Burn also in there? Elliot Anderson?
Yeah, Elliot Anderson, I mean, he started off the season on fire as well. I mean, that pass for Chris Wood's goal against Brentford, I think it was, wow. So yeah, I like the squad. Do you know what I'm fascinated to see? And I get it. He's still out and out England's number one, Jordan Pickford, which I get. Dean Henderson has been phenomenal for about 18 months now. Yeah. So at some point...
I don't think Jordan Henderson's done anything wrong.
Pickford's not done anything wrong.
Sorry.
No, he hasn't. But Henderson has played at an extremely high level.
I know, but I think if you're an England goalkeeper, you're going to be dropped just because you're doing something wrong, and Pickford hasn't. I don't think he's done anything wrong.
Pickford, no, he hasn't. But my point is, Henderson is playing as well as... Like, in some respects, you'd say Henderson probably for club is playing better than Pickford.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Henderson has been unbelievable for Palace.
Early days yet, but yeah.
Not early days. He was brilliant last year.
No, I'm saying we're only 2 games in the Premier League. So early days.
But what he did last year.
Yeah, okay, all right. But I just feel with this England manager and this England squad, I've just really fallen out of love with it all now.
I love it even more.
I don't.
Love it.
Why? Just so you can have an argument with me?
No. I like Thomas Tuchel.
He's not picking the... Usually you pick players that deserve to be there. He's not picking those players. There's no creativity in that England squad whatsoever. He's trimmed it down. There are players playing in there because he's obviously mates with them.
No, I don't think that.
I'm sorry, you can't pick a player in that England team because he's good in the dressing room.
Yeah,
you just can't, mate.
But honestly, the way you're talking about Jordan like he's a scrub. He's not a scrub.
No, I know, but he's not. I mean, listen, he's a very good player. He's Liverpool's captain when they won.
We're short of holders, by the way, in the squad. So, you know what I mean? So, what else? You've got Wharton, no experience. Declan's not a holder anymore. He's an 8.
Oh, he holds for England.
No, but
he holds for England.
Okay, I'm not saying that, but he's better in an 8, in his better position.
Yeah, but we haven't got anyone that can play that.
Henderson can play the holder. Let him play the 8.
And that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I hope so.
Is that the right thing?
Shout out Jordan. Legend.
See, it's very difficult talking with you because he's your mate. And I get it.
Yeah, but I also think he's a good player.
Yeah, but you don't think he's good enough.
Do you think he's a good player? Do I think he's good enough to get in this squad? Yes, I do.
Oh, he's not.
He is. We have no holders.
Mate, come on. He's not.
Okay, you find me another holder that says you've been ahead of him.
I would rather have. You look at Kobbie Mainoo, right? He started for.
No way,
He started for. He's not playing for Man United. He started for England in that position.
Okay.
Right? Declan Rice, another player. Adam Morton, another player. I've named just 3. All of them I'd add over Henderson.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have Declan because I don't want to see Declan in that holder.
You don't need to put Declan.
I don't want Declan in the holder.
But when everyone's fit, Declan will be holding.
Okay. No, but you won't. I don't want him to be. Let Wharton do that.
Name England's midfield when everyone's fit.
Everyone's fit would be.
Go on, so you've already put Declan in the 8.
Yeah. Wharton holding.
Right.
Jude 10. There's my 3.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
So where are you putting Phil Foden?
He doesn't play.
Okay. Where are you putting Palmer?
I put Palmer. He doesn't play.
I think that's wrong.
Sorry, mate.
You've got to put one of them in the middle.
No,
of the
I don't. I don't. Okay, you're taking Jude out of his 10.
No, I'm leaving Jude there.
And I'm not sacrificing Declan playing a bit further back. No, I like Declan as the 8.
Well, Declan won't be the 8. It'll be the whole.
No, Wharton. And I love Adam Wharton, who should start.
No sign of Henderson in your starting 11.
No, he's a captain off the pitch.
Oh, is he captain off the pitch? Okay. It's your drive and talk.
Captain,
You can have your
leader.
You can have your say if you want. 03717223334. Reminder: Joe Colby with us in the studio for the last hour of today's show. Like this one. Driver TalkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside me still to come. We joined in the studio by former Chelsea and England midfielder, the legend that is Joey Cole, of course, a big name for TNT Sports, brilliant pundit for them. Just quickly, Spurs are edging closer to signing Xavi Simons from RB Leipzig. I think that'd be a great steal, wasn't it? Chelsea heavily linked to him.
Yeah, I mean, but my only thing with that is that I think it's a really good signing. But Chelsea don't really dilly or dally with their do they? They get it done. So that tells me how keen were they on him in the first place.
Probably on tender ice with him. Our biggest competition to date has launched today, and we're giving you the chance to win Oasis tickets, plus a whopping 25 grand. Not one, but two lucky winners to win a pair of Oasis tickets when they return to Wembley on the 27th of September. And that's not all. Alongside the tickets, we're giving you the chance to win a whopping £25,000. For all the details and how to enter this amazing competition, listen up right now.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
And staying with competitions, it's time now for this.
Can you nick it? On talkSPORT with Caught Stealing, the must-see new crime thriller starring Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz. Only in cinemas now.
Now, I've been playing this all week to celebrate today's cinema release of the new action thriller Caught Stealing from Sony Pictures. All this week, we've been giving 3 lucky listeners the chance to win an epic holiday to New York, including 4 nights hotel accommodation in Manhattan, tickets to a baseball game, and £500 spending money. Joining us now, back again. They were with us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and here we are on Friday, randomly selected from all the entries on talksport.com. Is hello to Ian again. Hello, Ian. How are you?
Yeah, evening, lads. You all right?
Yeah, well, good. This is it. This is the one, all right?
Yeah, this is the big one.
This is the
It's all
one.
built up to this, isn't it, eh?
It's all built up
dear.
to this moment. Ian, stay where you are. Let's say hello to Lindsay, who's been quite nervous all week. Hello, Lindsay.
Oh, hi. How are you guys doing?
Oh, great. Thank you. How are you feeling today?
Oh, my God. I'm so nervous. But I'm excited.
Good. Well, we're excited to have you back. And starting, because he answered the last question last night correctly, is Simon. Hi, Simon.
Good evening, guys. You okay?
I'm good. I'm very well. You okay?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good.
Right. Let me just explain the rules to all of you and our listening millions one more time, because today's the day. So we're going to ask 5 sports questions. If you get it correct, you stay in play. However, if you answer incorrectly, the next player will steal your question. Whoever answers the 5th question wins all of the above. Simon, as I mentioned, you answered the last question yesterday, so we'll start with you. Simon, are you ready?
Yep.
Good luck. You are 5 questions away from winning. Here we go. Which heavyweight boxer controversially lost to Alexander Usyk in 2021 and again in 2022, losing his world titles?
Tyson Fury?
It's not Tyson Fury. So, Ian, now you're in control. Ian, what's your answer?
Anthony Joshua.
It's the right answer. Ian, you are 4 questions away. Question number 2 for you, Ian. In the 2011-2012 season, Martin Tyler's iconic line of Aguero, I swear you've never seen anything like this before, so watch it and drink it in, was in response to which team scoring the 94th minute to secure their first top-flight title in 44 years?
That'd be Man City.
Is the right answer. On to the 3rd question, Ian. Who hit the winning runs in the 2019 Ashes Test at Headingley, completing one of the greatest comebacks in cricket history?
That'd be Ben Stokes.
It is Ben Stokes. Ian, you're 2 questions away from winning. Question number 4. In the 2025 Women's Euros final, England went to penalties against Spain after drawing 1-1. Which England player scored the winning penalty, giving England their 2nd Euros win? I need an answer, I'm afraid, Ian.
I'm going to have to say Chloe Kelly.
Was that a guess?
It was.
It's a good guess, Ian. It's the right answer.
Oh, get in there. Oh.
Ian, get
Mate, I'm so nervous.
Get this one right, and you've won.
Don't say that.
Get this one right, you've won the holiday to New York, 4 nights hotel
Don't.
accommodation in Manhattan, tickets to a baseball game of £500. Ian, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Which player secured England's place at the World Cup in 2001 after a last-minute free kick equalised the score 2-2 against Greece?
Oh my God. David Beckham.
Oh, are you sure?
Positive. Old Trafford.
You said David Beckham. Oh, you maybe didn't hear the question. Did you say David Beckham?
David Beckham.
Oh, Ian.
Don't do this to me. Come on, Goldstein.
Ian.
Don't do this to me.
Ian, have you ever been to New York before?
I have a bloody long time ago, mate. It was a long, long time ago.
Ian.
Come on. Say it.
What do you want me to say?
I'm going to New York.
Ian.
Yeah?
You're going to New York.
Get in there! Come on, you guys! Go! Go, we're going to New York! Come on! Oh, my God! Get in there! What a day! What a day!
Congratulations. You have managed to steal the prize. You've just won an epic holiday to New York, including 4 nights hotel accommodation in Manhattan, tickets to a baseball game, and £500 spending money.
Simon Lindsay. Sorry, guys. Sorry, but well played. Oh, get in there!
Who are you going to take, Ian?
Well, I'm going to have to take my wife.
Yeah, you're going to have to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Yeah, I won a competition a little while back and I didn't take her. She never spoke to me for a week.
You're going to definitely have to take her. Congratulations. You got £500 spending 4 nights hotel in Manhattan and a baseball game and £500 as well. What a great way to end the week.
Andy, much appreciated, guys. Thanks a lot of week.
Oh, hold on.
Congratulations, mate.
I've just been told for you to collect your prize, you've just got to answer the next question correctly. What's the best show on talkSPORT?
Well, what should I say? I know what I listen to the most, but yeah, go on, talkSPORT Drive.
Yeah, there you go. You've got the money. You've got the tickets. Well done. Well done. Congratulations.
Jog them off. Jog off. Come on, boys.
Well done. Have a great weekend. I'm sure you will. Well done, Ian.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Thanks, man.
Nice one.
For every winner, sadly, there is a couple of losers. Lindsay, you didn't even get a chance today, did you?
I know. But well done, Ian. I'm so happy for you.
How nice is that? What a lovely person you are. Lindsay, commiserations. Appreciate your time. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
And Simon, I mean, it was yours to lose. Well, I mean, you lost it.
Yeah. No, well, it happens, doesn't it? Well done, Ian.
Oh, that's
well done,
nice.
mate.
That's nice.
Enjoy.
Well, thanks for playing. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
So there you go. That means Ian has managed to steal the prize. Well done to him. He has won an epic holiday to New York, including 4 nights hotel accommodation in Manhattan, tickets to a baseball game, and £500 spending money. That was Can You Nick It? Thanks to Caught Stealing.
Can You Nick It? On talkSPORT with Caught Stealing, the must-see new crime thriller starring Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz. Only in cinemas now.
Big game this weekend sees Arsenal take on Liverpool at Anfield. We'll be talking about that when we come back. And Joe Cole will be in the studio as well from 6. Lots coming up. The last 2 hours of Drive on talkSPORT.
Lewis Hamilton, now at Ferrari, dares to dream of a record 8th F1 world title, the Tifosi will be hoping the Brits can bring glory back to Italy. To many, Ferrari and Formula One are inseparable. They're the only team in the sport today to have competed in the first World Championship in 1950, are the most successful team in history, and have built some absolutely gorgeous cars. Their first driver's title was won in 1952 by Alberto Ascari. Considered one of F1's most dominant and best-loved champions, he drove the iconic Ferrari 500 and defended his title the year after. It was Juan Manuel Fangio in his Ferrari 250 who secured the team's next driver's title in 1956. Remember, he was world champion 5 times with 4 different teams. Mike Hawthorne, Phil Hill and John Surtees also won titles for Ferrari in the 50s and 60s, and the cars back then were beautiful, and they even sounded great, didn't they? Anyway, Ferrari went 11 years without winning a title until Niki Lauda won in 1975 in the iconic 312T. Throughout much of the 80s and 90s, though, Ferrari looked like they'd never go all the way again. Le Professeur Alain Prost came pretty close in 1990, but lost out to his bitter rival and former teammate at McLaren, Ayrton Senna. It was only when John Todt recruited a swathe of staff from outside of Italy, including Michael Schumacher, that the glory days returned 21 years after their last driver's title. The turn of the century saw the prancing horse sprint to an unprecedented 5 consecutive championship doubles. And after Schumacher left, Kimi Räikkönen reclaimed the driver's title immediately. But despite employing 1,500 people, the Iceman remains the last Ferrari world champion. So, 16 constructors' titles, 7 more than McLaren, and 15 drivers' titles, 4 more than, again, McLaren. Ferrari are truly Formula One's top team. Forza Ferrari.
Welcome back to our number 2 drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and the fella that's been on tender ice for the last hour is Darren Bent.
Hello, Andy. It's Josh.
I mean, that is the most rogue.
Don't ever do that. I mean, that could ruin my whole day.
What good?
That. So if I looked up and it was actually him saying...
Oh, I'd love that. Just for
Hello, Andy. It's Josh.
We'd be off air by now.
Just for one off.
Oh, you should play the whole of that ride. It's amazing. Could I just tell the story about that? What was that for? Just turn it down. We'll come back to music in a minute. Josh had to leave voice notes. For who was it that was leaving? It was the end of the sports bar. It was my last sports bar.
Yeah.
Right? And Ryan asked Josh to send in a voice note so they could play it in a package.
Yeah, of course.
So it'd be like, hello, Andy, it's Josh here. I just thought I'd say good luck with da-da-da. We'll miss you. You were useless at what you did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what you do if you recorded one and you got it wrong, you just wouldn't send it, right? Yeah. He's like, I don't know if you can play one up, but he would be like, yeah, hi, I don't know what I'm going to say. And send that to Ryan. And Ryan's got all his mistakes. Can you play any, Ryan? Can you play them? Find some and play them in a bit, all right? Don't play them yet.
Hello, mate. Sorry about that.
That's so good. Still to come, Chief Football Correspondent Alex Cook will be joining us. But now the Premier League is back, and we've got you covered on talkSPORT.
Game day starts here. This is a West London derby.
João Pedro with a great opportunity.
West Ham 1, Chelsea 5.
And he's won it! And he's won it! in the 95th minute at Stamford Bridge.
And it's going to be a good derby, I believe. And of course, to give the great feeling for our fans that is to win a derby, the local derby.
Unai Emery's side picked up 40 points at Villa Park last season and lost just one home game. Mateta picks it up inside the area and he scored again.
Seen Villa play out from the back on a few occasions. They make me nervous.
A lot of rustiness from players, sloppy touches, easy passes that are going astray. Villa just didn't do enough to try and win the game. Brentford 1, Villa 0. A lot to improve on for Aston Villa.
Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1.
Palace are in very, very good nick. They're a very organised, well-managed football team. Very, very difficult to play against.
The only place to be is with Game Day on the talkSPORT network.
Yeah, tomorrow lunchtime sees, well, a West London derby. That's between Chelsea and Fulham at Stamford Bridge. That game, by the way, is live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Elsewhere, Aston Villa face Crystal Palace on Sunday evening, which is also a game you can hear on the talkSPORT network. And, of course, the game of the weekend is Liverpool against Arsenal at Anfield. And staying with that game, the Arsenal gaffer Mikel Arteta, he's been speaking to the media ahead of that game and discussed the importance of winning these type of games.
A very important one, obviously, and you want to continue and building the momentum that we are in right now. And going to those grounds, those stadiums against this kind of opposition is what we want. And come from those big games winning in a really convincing way. That's the objective.
FA Cup winner. Also.
Yeah, but not with his team.
Doesn't matter.
We don't need to go back.
Is he an FA Cup winner?
Not since he's spent.
No, but is he an FA Cup winner? Yes or no?
With someone else.
No, actually, yes or no?
No. Let's talk about the game. Havertz, Saka, Odegaard, all potentially out. I'm not sure about Odegaard, actually, but, you know, we understand he's probably going to miss the game. But either way, Havertz and Saka definitely. Are you confident Arsenal can cope with these absentees?
I'm more confident now than I was before. Like,
your smile on your face.
That's what it is, because there was a time, if you lost Saka, Ben White, Odegaard, I'm thinking, oh my goodness gracious me, here we go. Like, what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do? But the fact, I think they've recruited really well. Like, really well.
Tell me your six, your midfield three and your front three. If everyone's injured, if those players are injured.
Right, so the midfield will stay. So Odegaard's out?
Yeah, so it'd be Declan,
Zubimendi, Eze. Oh my goodness gracious me. Eze. I'll put him in a 10 straight away. Have that, son.
Yeah, okay.
Then I go on the right, probably Madueke.
Yeah, not Madueke. Not Wanyeri, you won't put him there?
Not yet. I mean, I keep saying not yet, but at some time point.
Not yet, yeah.
No, I go Madueke on that right-hand side.
Okay.
Perfect for him. Left, Martinelli, who always does well against Liverpool, by the way.
And does he?
Yeah, always.
Up top, Gyökeres.
And Gyökeres up top, yeah.
I think it's going to be an interesting game for Gyökeres, actually, because first game, I mean, we joked about it at the time, obviously, but first game, so difficult to just take the ball by the horns and get involved.
Hey, this one's going to be even more difficult.
I know, but because he's got 2 goals and he's been with his teammates for a month training, they've played a couple of games, I expect to see more of the kind of player that we're going to see.
I do, but I almost feel like as well, though, Virgil relishes these kind of competitions, man.
Yeah. But they've looked shaky at the back, that's the thing, right?
They have. I mean, Isak, to be fair, has done well against Virgil. I mean, he's managed to cause some problems, but Gyökeres, different test. And I almost feel like Virgil in stature kind of grows at this type of fixture, but it's perfect for Gyökeres. Back of 2 goals as well. Confidence is really, really high. The squad played well. I know it was Leeds, but dominating fashion, beating Man United opening game of the season, still no goals conceded. I'm confident, but that's what I'm talking about. Even with the likes of Saka, who's a huge miss. Like you can't kind of cover up that fact that we've got Madueke. Obviously, I'm being a bit facetious because you cannot replace a Saka. Like he's
fantastic.
He's that good.
We saw that last week, right?
Exactly. So yes,
and also you would know the answer to this. I wouldn't, but I would imagine if you're in a team and you're doing really well and one of your key players is missing, as a player in that team, is there a part of you that's like, oh, we're a bit weaker now? Do
you know what part of you is like, oh no? But I think now you look at the people coming in, the players that they've got, you do go, oh, okay, like maybe it's not as bad as first thought. There's no need to rush him back. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, as again, this is the squad's there. They've recruited really well, I believe, brought in the right players. There seems to be decent competition in pretty much every area of the pitch now. Defensively, Arsenal
are the best defence in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think so. We conceded them the fewest goals last year.
And Liverpool, Liverpool look a bit shaky, but they've got 2 new fullbacks.
Yeah.
And they need another centre half.
Exactly. So that's where you might cause them problems. But Liverpool going forward and at Anfield, the intensity they play with, they're the best team for a reason. That's Salah. I know Salah, some people would say he's probably not got going yet, but Salah, Virgil, I think McAllister might be back, Gravenberch, do you know what I mean? Szoboszlai.
The thing with Salah as well, he can be
Anonymous.
Completely anonymous for 89 minutes.
And
then score two goals, yeah.
Exactly. So, and
Yeah.
you know what? And you have to give him that respect. Some people might go, yeah, but what else does he do? Well, he does the most important thing in football.
Yeah.
And he does it often.
It's a great sentence to ask, what else does he do apart from score goals?
Like the most important thing, and he does it like often. So
Yeah, he's got a great record.
But no, yeah, it should be a great game. Arsenal have done well against the top 6 side. They
Yeah,
really have.
but you haven't done well at Anfield for a long time. Your last win, do you know? I know when it was.
It was a long time ago.
2012.
Yeah.
Arteta played in that game for you.
The last couple have been draws, haven't they?
I don't have that in front of me.
Yeah, I think it's been draws.
The last win was 2012, so we're going back 13 years. I do feel for the first time that you've got a very good chance of winning this game. And it pains me to say it, but I just think the way you attack, I know you've got big name players out, and the way they've looked very, very shaky at the back. They have looked shaky, right? I think it's going to be so fast-paced, the game.
Yeah.
Where do you think it's going to be won and lost?
I think the middle of the park will be a battle because I think Gravenberch will be back. McAllister, two absolutely outstanding midfield players, up against Declan, Zubimendi. If Eze goes in there as well, so I think the midfield battle is going to be key. But then as well, I back Arsenal defensively because they're rock solid. I've got no issues with that. Like if Arsenal had to grind out a 1-0, it'd be difficult, but I would back them to be able to do it because they've done it before.
I do feel that these are the games in the past when you haven't won the Premier League, that these are the games you needed to win.
No, so I don't. I disagree. Because Arsenal have done well against the top 6 sides.
I know, but
it's the other teams like last, I think, was it last season? But like West Ham beat Arsenal last season.
Yeah, I know.
Fulham, those kind of games where it was 0-0, really tight games, and you're like, oh, come on. Villa.
I know, but it's not just you win. Let's just say you win, right?
Bournemouth last year.
You're all right. Yeah, there are anomalies. There are games where against the so-called smaller sides you need to get 3 points. But my point is, if you win this game, not only does it send out a message, not only does it put the frighteners on Liverpool a little bit, but it also gets you 3 and stops them getting 3. So there are so many benefits from your perspective as an Arsenal fan as to why you need to. I'm not going to say it's must not lose, right? Or it's must win. I'm not going to say it's way too early in the season to say, but I think this is such an important
You just said it there really well, the message that it sends. If you go and beat Liverpool at Anfield, because neither of us feel that Liverpool have looked rock solid and haven't got going yet, and yet they still have gone to one of the hardest, if not the hardest away ground, Newcastle. And I know it's 10 men, but still managed to overcome and win that 3 points. And they're still unbeaten for a reason. They're still a top team. So if Arsenal were to beat Liverpool at Anfield, it sends out a huge message. But it's still going to be a fantastic game.
I think you're going to win. I think you're going to win 2-1, yeah.
I've got a funny thing, it's 2-2.
Bit of Desmond.
Desmond Douglas, yeah.
Okay. Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans, you can come and have your say. There will be Arsenal fans that if you win convincingly, and it could happen, that will be enough for them to say we're going to win the league.
Yeah.
So how big a game is this?
They're still huge games. If Arsenal beat Liverpool...
I know, but it's so early on in the season.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll chuck another question out there. I think it was Billy mentioned this, or I think it was Henry mentioned this in our meeting, that you've got this weekend, you've got Liverpool-Arsenal, right? The weekend, beginning of the football season, we had Manchester United-Arsenal.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of a shame we're getting all these great games so early on?
No, I like it. Love it.
You like that?
Yeah, thick and fast. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So that's another question. Is it good or bad that we're getting so many great games so early on? Because there will be weeks where the big games, they won't be about, right? Would you rather this game a bit later on in the calendar? Anyway, Liverpool and Arsenal fans, you can come and have your say now by picking up the phone 03717 223344. That's where we're going. Right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT.
And I hope the guy on your next show can press the buttons in the right order.
You're on with talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent's here, everyone. Still to come, former Chelsea midfielder, England superstar, TNT Sports pundit Joe Cole will be with us in the studio.
Remember his volley against Sweden?
It was unbelievable. Chest it first.
Chest it, bang! Wow.
Just quickly, Nottingham Forest owner Marinakis will hold talks with head coach Nuno Espirito Santo and has dismissed any rift between the pair. That's good for them. Ruben Amorim has admitted that sometimes he wants to quit his job as Man United gaffer. That's not good. We're taking your calls on all things Arsenal and Liverpool. That's where Arsenal have to go this weekend. How big a game is it? 03717 223344. Gary or Gaz to his mates is first up. Gaz?
Hello, Mr. Goldstein. Still winging it? Where are we?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Is this the Gary I fell out with a few weeks back?
You never fell out with me, did you?
It weren't. It's
not him.
It weren't the one who rattled you.
Was it?
Nah, it weren't Gary.
I think it was. It was.
It was the way. I did rattle you, didn't I?
Was it Gary?
I didn't like that, Gary.
Gary, I loved it.
Didn't enjoy
Absolutely
that.
loved it.
Gary. Didn't enjoy that show. I think you're a nice person.
Oh no, what's it called? I was a bit harsh.
No, Gary, you wasn't. Gary, you wasn't harsh.
Oh, that's nice. Me and Gary are bonding now. I like that. Gary, it's good. It's good to have you back.
A bit harsh after 2 weeks of games and all that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you want to go down that road again, Gary?
No, not really, because you'll get upset again at the end of it.
I don't want that.
Do you know what, Gary? Sorry, before you make your point, right? Gary, before you make your point in that, you should have seen how long he was rattled for. And I mean, after what you did to him, he was rattled for the rest of the show.
You hurt my feelings, Gary.
The rest of the show.
Oh, well, I'm sure you've hurt a lot of people's feelings yourself, Andy, over the years on it.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Go on then. You're through, Gary, for round 2. What would you like to say?
Well, just like I say, I think Arsenal going up there more equipped than they've ever gone. They've got their right back missing, haven't they, Liverpool?
I think Frimpong's the only one out, yeah.
Yeah, sort of thing. So I think we can exploit them there. Don't think they look very clever at the back. I don't think we'll come away pointless at all. We won't get beaten.
Will you take a draw now?
No, I wouldn't take a draw now. Not with their defence and what we've got going forward. Eze's always had a good game up at Liverpool. It seems to be one of his favourite grounds.
Yeah, Martinelli always does well against Liverpool as well.
Yeah, he does well. He does do well against them, sort of thing.
Are you going?
Of course I'm going, Andy.
That's nice. How much is an away ticket? Are they capped?
Well, at the moment, tickets, they'll come on your phone. It's one of these, it's a sore point ticketing at the moment, isn't it, really?
How much is it?
I don't know. The missus gets them all in.
Oh, okay.
She sits on her computer and gets them all in for us.
Okay.
But we go everywhere. We go where they play, we go. I'm looking forward to Champions League. I'll be out there as well, Andy. Did you go out to the Man United?
I can't do that again on a Friday.
Do you know what, right? I am really intrigued to just see how Arsenal fare in this game. I don't know why. I feel like...
I think you're going to win it.
I
really do think you're going to win it.
I would feel a lot better, of course, if Saka was fit, Ben White was fit, like these guys were fit. But just to see how they cope, because it's big pressure. Do you know what I mean?
Of course it is.
It's a huge game.
Massive game. Ash is up next. He's a Liverpool fan. Hi, Ash.
Hi, mate. You okay? Great show, lad.
Very kind, Ash. You're a Liverpool fan. How are you feeling ahead of this game? I think it's going to be really tough for you.
Yeah, like I say, mate, we're really looking forward to it. I think it's kind of like a welcome distraction from everything we've heard about the Isaac transfer in the last few weeks, and I think it'll be a good indicator of how both teams are going to fare for the season. In truth, it should be a good battle.
Ash, let me ask you a question, because yes, of course, that Isaac story is still bubbling along, but someone who has looked really impressive is Ekitike. So if you are going to sign Isaac, what happens to Ekitike? Because you're not going to play both. Ash?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here, mate. Yeah, sorry, a bit of a bad signal area. I'm just driving back from London, so
okay.
I briefly heard that, mate. I think with the Ekitike thing,
no, it's not the greatest.
I just wonder.
Wait, hold on, you got a Liverpool fan next.
Yeah, we'll ask
Let's
him.
speak to him. Adil is up next. Hi, Adil.
Hello, mate.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Most entertaining show on talkSPORT, but honestly, lads, today it's just been a lot of waffle.
What's the waffle been about?
They just Arsenal haven't won at Anfield in about 12 or 13 years. There's absolutely zero chance. I watched them against United. They're not going to come to Anfield. Our biggest issue at the moment is Canate at the back. Playing with Van Dijk mitigates that a little bit. honestly, this will be a Liverpool win, no problem at all. It might be a close game, sort of on the whole of it, but it'll be a.
If you think it's going to be a close game, why are you so confident you'll win and not them?
Because we've got a slight frailty at the back. We've got new wing backs who are still embedded, still bedding in. There's no Saka. The new lad up front looks okay for Arsenal, to be fair, but he's not going to win them the league. I just think it'll be a routine Liverpool win. I think Arsenal might. Yeah. Honestly, it'll be as straightforward, I think, as we've seen. I think that Arsenal side's regressing now. I think they should have won it a couple of years ago.
The only thing is, I'd say in the last 7 games against Liverpool, you've won once against Arsenal, and you've lost twice. So I get it if every time Arsenal come up there or you play against Arsenal, you smash them. But the last 7, that you've won 1 and Arsenal have won 2.
No, but at Anfield.
Yeah, but my point is, Arsenal haven't lost. Like you know what I mean? Arsenal haven't lost in the last 7 at Anfield.
But look, we've had Núñez up front. We've had injuries. We've had different problems.
So have Arsenal. Arsenal have had big problems.
No, I agree. But I look at this team now compared to what we've got, compared to what you've got, and I just don't think it'll be close, honestly. Another thing, Andy, your issue with Salah, honestly, it is legendary.
What's my issue?
Amongst Liverpool fans.
What's my issue?
Oh, mate, honestly, before. The only reason I called up was because I heard you say it's a great question to ask. What does he do other than score? And honestly, it's
no, but
I think he's,
no. You missed it. I didn't ask the question.
Yeah, someone asked the question. I think Benty said someone asked it,
Yeah.
and then you said it's a great question to ask.
Yeah, I was being facetious. I've said the same about Haaland. Like, if he only scores 40 goals in a season, and someone goes, "Yeah, but all he does is score goals."
No, but my point is, in terms of if you look at last season, I think he was the top playmaker as well. I think he's got the most assists. If he does the same number of assists this season, I think he goes number 2 or 3 in all-time Premier League assists. He's only been in the league for 8 seasons.
Listen, I think he's world class. There's no doubt about it.
Wait, we've had this.
No.
Hey, many a time we've had this discussion.
Hold on. Let me speak.
You have an issue with Salah.
No. The only issue I had with Salah was when people were saying he was the best player on the planet, and I said at the time I didn't think he was.
No, I know. 1 second. Right, you got that sound effect for me,
Yeah,
bro?
we've got the sound effect.
That sound. There it is. Well, play it again, right? That's on it.
That's my answer to the question. Is he the best player on the planet? And I was like, I don't think he is.
Is it because he scored more goals at Old Trafford than any other United striker?
No, it's not that.
Okay, that's all right.
No, it's not. Let me ask you this.
There it is again.
Let me ask you this. All jokes aside.
Right, what was it again?
Who was just keep this in mind. Who was the game you played at the weekend? Remind me. Oh, Newcastle, right? Now they're the type of games.
Monday, yeah.
They're the type of games where he goes missing, right?
Yeah, I agree. He had a quiet game.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The ball was in play. I think it was the lowest amount of time the ball's been in play in a Premier League game for about 20 years.
And that's the reason he didn't touch it.
Oh, let's see. Here we go.
No,
Salah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't get the. What's the
game? They tried to just kick us off the pitch, and I think win it in the last minute.
Yeah, but I don't. What's the connection between Salah not really turning up and the ball not being in play?
No rhythm. If you go to a ground which is all fueled on aggression and just trying to kick us off the park, which Newcastle tried to do, which was it was good to watch, to be fair. But in those games, your silky playmaker players like Salah, they're not gonna have the ball as much, which is fine.
Oh, okay. I just think they're the type of games where I go.
You're off. But do you know what's funny as well? Do you know what always makes me laugh as well? Is that you always try and defend that point, but people that listen
because they've missed that part of my argument.
But people that have listened to this show regularly since we got the gig, right, or from years ago, would have heard how many times we've had this.
Yeah, but there would be people that agree with me. Thousands, hundreds of thousands.
There'll be millions that don't.
No, I disagree with you.
No. Okay, but should we do it?
I'm telling you, that we will do it next week, right?
Yeah.
Is there a part of Salah that makes you go,
One part for me.
I know, because you like the argument of me having...
I love Salah. I've always said that. You know I have.
And I've said he's a world-class player, but I've never thought he was the best player on the planet.
Oh, right. Hit me with that sound again.
Hit me with the noise to the answer to the question. Is he the best player in the world? When we come back, we'll have. I feel the same about Crookie. Crookie will join us. We've got the best of talkSPORT, and then from 6 o'clock, Joe Cole will be with us live in the studio.
Is Alexander Isak now free to make his move? Well, maybe, given that Newcastle have agreed to sign Stuttgart striker Nick Voltemade for a deal totalling £69 million. Our European experts have compared him to Peter Crouch, a big man with a great touch who can also weave in and out of challenges. Our transfer reporter Ben Jacobs says it remains to be seen if Newcastle will now open the door to another Liverpool bid.
If you're Liverpool and you're looking at this profile and the money spent, you're taking encouragement, because regardless of who comes in, if it's 150, Liverpool won't be there. If it's closer to 120 million, they will be.
Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Fenerbahce just hours after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was fired by Besiktas. Could either succeed Ruben Amorim? Well, Ben Foster's told us Gareth Southgate could maybe do it, given his ability to change the mindset within a dressing room. Either way, he says a new goalkeeper is a must, and there are so many that have already slipped through their fingers.
I just don't know why they're not going out and getting a Donnarumma or an Emi Martinez, because I think once you get that goalkeeper sorted, I think that's just the building blocks of where you need to get to.
Elsewhere, talkSPORT understands Xavi Simons has had his Spurs medical and everything's been signed after a €60 million fee was agreed. Alejandro Garnacho's move to Chelsea has been agreed as well. The initial fee is £40 million with another 10 in add-ons. Get all the latest transfer lines at talksport.com.
Premier League years.
Was it?
Premier League years.
Don't remember. I do remember them. Driver talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here. Still to come former Chelsea midfielder, TNT sports pundit, the legend that is Joe Cole will be joining us in the studio. Is he here yet? Is Mr. Cole in the green room? Is he? He's got here nice and early. What a superstar he is. Right, time now for this.
By the way, do you two like haddock?
Dinner, either swordfish and salad or steak and calamari.
I actually had an ice cream outside the Trevi Fountain in Rome.
I did have a burger today. You do tend to let it slip on a Sunday.
Cooking it up today, Alex!
Yeah, time now for a bit of Ready Steady Cook. We're joined by talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, to look ahead to some of the biggest games in the Premier League this weekend. Let's find out where he is as we say hello and good evening to Alex Crookie Monster. Crookie?
Good evening, boys. How are we?
We're good. Very. Oh, we can see. Is that sunshine behind you? Where are you? Where's that?
Well,
Is that in your summer house?
Not quite. I am on the sunny south coast. Do you know what, Andy? I've actually just been playing a few frames of pool with a friend of mine. So I've just won 7-6. I literally just beat him before I joined you.
Oh, how good is that?
Beautiful, that.
Crookie apparently told me the story that he was playing. He phoned me up the other day. He couldn't pot a ball. He was playing for about 40 minutes. Couldn't pot a ball. I said, yeah, take the triangle off. Right, Crookie, we got lots to talk about. Let's start with the West London derby. It's live on talkSPORT tomorrow lunchtime. This is Chelsea-Fulham, of course. Chelsea won, 5-1 last weekend. Fulham, they secured that 1-1 draw. That was at home to Manchester United. Crookie, what have you got for us ahead of this game?
Well, I was at Craven Cottage last week, Fulham for the second week in a row, coming from behind to take that 1-1 draw. And afterwards, I caught up with a somewhat frustrated Marco Silva. He spoke about the club's summer transfer business, or lack of.
We have to. I've been telling you that we had a plan last April, May, and the plan until now didn't go through for many different reasons, but we should have been more active, definitely, and go through. And now you have probably 8 days. Some of the targets, they are not there no more. Probably you have now 8 days to correct things that you haven't done the way you should. Simple as that.
Yeah, it's been a quiet summer for Fulham. Marco Silva never one to skirt over the facts. I do think they're going to be busy, Fulham, between now and the end of the window. And I think they do need reinforcements. But I've got no concerns, I don't know about you two, that Fulham are under any kind of threat from relegation. I think they've got a really decent starting 11. I think Marco Silva, for me, is pound for pound one of the best managers in the Premier League right now.
Yeah, I agree, Crookie. I do think most windows, though, you need to strengthen. I mean, bringing in 2 players, I think your net spends, 250 grand maybe, I think, in this window.
I mean, that is nuts.
I mean, it is nuts. But
£250,000.
It wasn't a goalkeeper, actually. It was... I think it might have been the goalkeeper, actually. But you're right, Crookie. Yeah. I do agree with you. I think their squad is decent. I think King, the young boy, I think he's looked really, really sharp. I think Muniz will get his goal. Wobie, you know what you're going to get. So I agree with you, but I still think you need bodies in, because I look at Fulham's squad and it is a decent squad. But when you look at like starters, I just think if they get 1 or 2 injuries in certain areas, then they might be up against it. But I'm with you. I can't see a situation where they're under any pressure to go down.
Particularly up front, I think they're a bit too reliant on Rodrigo Muniz, who I know Marco Silva is a big fan of. They're looking at the wide areas. I think Chuck Wazy from AC Milan might happen between now and Monday. And they're still in for Reece Nelson as well, obviously someone who's played under Marco Silva before.
Cookie, just a quick word about Chelsea in more detail, because they never seem to be done in the transfer window. I've seen pictures of Garnacho with a Chelsea shirt, and I don't know if it's AI or computer generated or what. What's the latest with that one?
It's agreed. Yeah, £40 million, the fee, 10% sell-on for Manchester United. They will put the gloss on it and say it's the most they've ever received for an academy product. I would say that in January they were asking for £60 million, and it was his spat, really, with Ruben Amorim that has forced them to come down and devalued the player. I think it's going to be a 7-year contract that he's signing, and they're not done there. We've been reporting for the last couple of hours that they're also in talks with Brighton over a potential loan move for Kondo Buonanotte. So certainly in terms of strength in depth, we've been talking about Fulham, where you can't level that at Chelsea. I don't think Enzo Maresca really has got any excuse now not to finish in the top 4.
Quickly, just quick one for me. Can you understand why they're going after Garnacho? Because I'm looking at their attacking options, and they've got people like Pedro Neto. They've got, of course, the Lap to play down the middle. Who's the other one they've got? Oh, João Pedro. They've got Gittins. They've just spent money on him as well. Esteval as well, the young kid. He's a good player. Cole Palmer could play out there as well. Nicholas Jackson hasn't gone anywhere yet. Do they need Garnacho, do you think?
I think Nicholas Jackson will go. And at the moment, I think Bayern Munich is his most likely destination. But I understand the question. I think they just see at £40 million, maybe a bargain deal, someone who's got loads of talent, I think, Garnacho. I don't think he's quite as good as he thinks he is in his own head, but certainly he's got the raw materials.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a question of his attitude as opposed to his ability. But if they can get him playing the way he was, dare I say, under Erik ten Hag, I think £40 million could be a bargain.
This one is live on talkSPORT. Chelsea against West Ham. Cookie, how do you see it going?
Fulham?
Sorry, Chelsea against Fulham. Sorry, we're going.
Well, I was there on Boxing Day. I commentated the game when Fulham scored 2 late goals and won 2-1 last season. They never, ever win at Stamford Bridge until last year. I think Chelsea will win. I think it will be close, but I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea, Fulham, Benny.
Look what I wrote down.
3-1.
Yeah, thanks, Cookie.
Why don't you just say it rather than write it down?
Cookie, I wrote down 3-1.
Yeah, he wrote it after you said it, Cookie.
Doesn't really work on the radio, that, mate.
Well, it does now. Cameras everywhere. Go to the toilet in peace. Let's talk about Spurs against Bournemouth. Spurs looking good. Early days. What you got for us?
Yeah, Tottenham back-to-back victories at the start of the season, yet to concede a goal. I thought they were mightily good against Manchester City last weekend. That was live on talkSPORT. And after the game, Thomas Frank spoke about the importance of being able to adapt his style in certain fixtures.
The big thing, I think, I'm very clear on the principles we have in terms of how we want to play. So let's say high pressure, I'm big on the man-man. Let's say defending low, there's some zonal principles in defending the box. But also how we want to attack, there's also some clear principles there. But then I think you can tweak it a little bit with the systems. You can also tweak it in a system with different positions and different players in different positions. So that I'm very open about and aware. And with the coaching staff backing me, we hope we find good solutions.
There you go, Thomas Frank speaking ahead of Tottenham against Bournemouth. I'm going to be there for talkSPORT tomorrow. Do you know what I love about Thomas Frank? Tactical flexibility, the ability to adapt in-game and for various opponents. I got into a really heated debate with Troy Deeney on our show this morning about Ruben Amorim and the fact he hasn't got any tactical flexibility. Troy is still blaming the players. I blame the system. I think it's a breath of fresh air. Someone like Thomas Frank who's willing to change as you go, and you have to do that as a coach in the Premier League.
I agree. Just staying with Spurs for a moment, that window closes on Monday. Do you think any new faces coming through the door?
Well, we're still waiting for confirmation of Xavi Simons. Obviously, they've stolen him away from Chelsea. I think that's quite an important signing because they are lacking in that number 10 position. They're in for Manuel Akanji at Manchester City as well, as are Crystal Palace and clubs abroad. But I think Tottenham could be a good fit for him.
Quickly, let me ask you then, because you said there about the Xavi Simons ones, and it's a good signing, and Chelsea seem to have had the jump on Spurs. And Chelsea, to be fair to them, when they're doing their business, they don't really kind of drag their feet. They get it done and the players in. Were Chelsea really all in on Xavi Simons, or is it one that they were happy to have him, but they weren't desperate for him?
Yeah, I think he was more of a backup option had the Garnacho deal not gone through for any reason. So I say Tottenham have beaten Chelsea. I think in the end, the pathway was clear. He wouldn't have been a guaranteed starter at Chelsea. I think he will be at Tottenham. And this is a player who a couple of years ago, and even as recently as the Euros, was really highly regarded, one of the most talked about players in Europe. Lost his way a little bit, but I think Tottenham fans will be hoping he'll find it again in North London.
Okay. How do you see that one going quickly? I'll stay with you. Spurs against Bournemouth?
I see goals, actually. I know they've kept 2 clean sheets so far this season, but Bournemouth are a really tricky team to play against. They've got lots of threats at the top end of the pitch. Kluivert is fit. Semenyo started the season well. I really like Evan Nilsson, but I think Spurs will win. I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham.
Benny?
Here.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-2 Tottenham.
Okay. Let's just cram in Villa against Palace. Both teams, of course, in Europe, and both teams, I think, have got really, really good managers. This could be a fascinating game of football. What have you got for us?
Well, obviously, a lot of talk about players leaving Crystal Palace. They've lost Eberechi Eze. They lost Michael Olise this time last year. I still think there's a good chance they lose Mark Gay to Liverpool. As for their manager, Oliver Glasner, well, I get the impression he's just sick and tired of talking about transfers, and he'd rather focus on what he thinks will be an entertaining game against Villa.
We know, and every team knows how they want to play, but it's not so easy to deal with it. On the other side, we did very well, and this gives us confidence. If you have this proven a few times, and also at Villa Park, and not just at home. So there it was a 2-2 and a 2-1 last year. That shows in every single game against them we scored goals, and this gives us confidence that we are able to do it.
Oliver Glasner there looking ahead to Palace against Villa live on talkSPORT on Sunday night. I was at the game last season, actually, at Selhurst Park. They were really good, Crystal Palace. Adam Wharton, who I'm delighted to see back in the England squad, ran that game. So this is a tough one for Villa because they've not started the season brilliantly. Wouldn't surprise me if Palace beat them.
Yeah, I was just saying there quickly to Andy about, obviously Aston Villa haven't scored a goal yet this season. I know we're only 2 games in, but I think they've lost one of their best players in Jacob Ramsey. He's obviously gone to Newcastle, so it's a bit of a tricky situation at the minute with Aston Villa. I'm keeping my eye on that one because it just doesn't seem to be as smooth as it has been in previous seasons.
Yeah, I agree. And they struggled to get players in because they missed out on the Champions League last year. By the way, producer Clint, big Spurs fan, has just told me that Xavi Simons is now official at Tottenham. So that one is done. But yeah, I think Villa are going to struggle to hit the heights they have the last couple of seasons in terms of Champions League qualification. I think they're still trying to get Asensio back from PSG on a permanent deal, and that would be a good move.
Just quickly, I read yesterday that Morgan Rogers was being linked to Spurs. What was that all about?
Well, he's been linked to a few clubs this summer, and I'm sure Tottenham are one that would love to sign him. Arsenal were mentioned as well, but he's the one player I'm told is off limits as far as Villa are concerned. They're not willing to entertain offers.
Crookie, thanks for... Have I got your prediction for that game? I don't think I have. How do you see it going? Villa against Palace, Crookie?
I didn't really have a prediction, but the more we talk about it, the more I'm leaning towards Palace. 2-1 Palace.
Wow. Bettany?
I'm going to go 2-1 Villa.
So they'll score and they'll win. Okay. Crookie, thanks for coming on. Your hair looks good, but I feel it could look better. My hair paste will be out next month. Do you want me to send you a tub of it?
Mate, do you know what? I struggle with my hair like Mikel Arteta does. So, yeah, go on, send it over.
I'll send you. Okay, you look good with my paste in your hair. Crookie, thanks for coming on. Have a good weekend.
Cheers, guys. Speak to you later.
I do like a big tasty.
I bet you do. Still to come on Drive. We'll have some fun, yes, fun, with the best of talkSPORT.
I feel like they're like mushy peas.
Sometimes that. We'll also be joined in the studio by former Chelsea and England superstar Joey Cole.
Get in there! What a day!
What a day! What a day! And we'll have some time for some Premier League predictions ahead of a huge weekend of football.
United will win it 3-0.
Okay, I'm going to go 5-1.
Yeah, there you go.
I just think United will definitely score. I did say that 5-1, I remember. Thinking, what an idiot. All that and loads more coming up the last hour. Drive and talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. When we come back, what's coming up when we come back?
The best of talkSPORT in the best in the history of Everness.
Yep.
The best of talkSPORT.
Yeah, the bestest of Everness.
I do like a big tasty.
bit of childish. Donald Glover.
Wasn't he in Lethal Weapon?
That's Danny Glover.
Oh, fine.
Donald Glover. Childish Gambino.
What on it?
Redbone.
He's a singer, is he?
It's called Redbone, this tune.
Oh, well, he don't know, does he? He don't know what you're talking about.
I know you're right. You want me to try again?
It's your job to talkSPORT, Andy Goldstein Bent alongside jabbering on. Still to come, we'll be asking TNT Sports pundit Joe Cole about Chelsea's aims for the season. Just quickly, Marseille are working on a deal to sign Arsenal left back Zinchenko. What do you make of that?
Yeah,
you want him out, didn't you? He's done.
Yeah, do you know what? If he doesn't go, fair enough. There's just more strength and depth. But you look at that left back area. You've got Calafiori's there. You've got Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Nice problem to have.
He's a nice problem to have.
Right, time now for this. Yes, time for the best of talkSPORT friends. This is where we run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's start off with last night's Sports Bar and hear from Danny, the United fan. Here's Danny defending Man United against Grimsby. Oh dear.
It's just a bit earlier, you know what I mean?
No, but you got dumped out by Grimsby.
Making these rash decisions.
You got bopped by Grimsby.
I don't know about bopped, mate.
You got bopped! We're 2-0 down!
Who got bopped? Grimsby haven't lost a game all set. They're unbeaten.
League 2!
Yeah, of course you go to Blundell Park, you know.
It's a wind-up. It's a wind-up. It's a wind-up.
No, it's not another wind-up.
Are you a Man United fan?
Yeah.
What's the one thing that always winds you up?
One thing that always winds
Maybe something in the house, like the bin's not emptied, or...
No, don't wind me up. What would wind me
You
up?
were saying to me the other day, you can't stand it when you get in and your missus hasn't made you dinner, the food's cold. What was that?
Yeah. I'm trying to think what winds me up. You know me, though. I'm quite a...
You are quite relaxed. I've never seen... You've seen me lose it a few times, but I've ever seen you
No,
lose
you've seen me lose it with you. When we had that big old bust-up on air.
What
remember?
was that? No, I don't remember.
Remember, it was last season, and we didn't talk for the first 2 breaks. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was horrible. I didn't like that.
I can't remember what it was about.
I remember you were wrong, yeah. What was your worst away day in terms of stadiums?
Stadiums, away days. I mean, in terms of... I mean, worst is hard because, listen...
You hated Millwall, didn't you?
Yeah, so that used to scare me, though. Because just hard fans. Do you know what I mean? Just whatever part of that stadium you go to, just hard.
Yeah. Okay.
West Ham's was bad. The old one, by the way, the chicken run over the far side.
You didn't like that?
All goes over there, leave it. Throw it back. I ain't going over there to get it.
Don't forget the boys, they're back tomorrow taking your calls on a game day phone-in.
Staying with the sports bar, let's hear let's hear how Jamie O'Hara describes West Ham in this current moment.
I feel like now, like West Ham have just what is Graham Potter? It's just soft and mushy and easy.
Potter's mushy? You calling Graham Potter mushy?
I feel like they're mushy. I feel like they're like mushy peas. I look at West Ham and I just think mushy peas.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
You're describing West Ham as a vegetable that's mushy.
You should do. If you had to describe United using a vegetable, what would it be?
Oh, I don't really...
Sprouts.
Why would it be sprouts?
Disgusting. Awful. Yuck.
Disgusting, awful. No one really wants them at the moment.
No, no, ever.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they do.
Oh, yeah. What is your favourite vegetable?
Avocado.
Okay, nice.
Is that fruit? Is it vegetable? My favourite vegetable.
Broccoli. Beautiful.
No, I would say cauliflower. I like eating raw cauliflower. I go to the fridge and cut a huge chunk of cauliflower and just eat it.
Like grilled with a bit of chilies on it.
What?
Salt. Like broccoli. Beautiful. Chili broccoli on it.
I like. What's the one that makes your wee smell? Asparagus. I quite like that.
That's decent. Okay.
Why does that happen, by the way? Does anyone know the answer to that?
So, someone will call up and tell us.
I'd rather they didn't.
Tell me a joke, please. Keep it PG. Get it. Yeah, I get it, mate. PG. I get it.
What?
Read the thing in brackets. PG. Get it?
Keep it PG. Oh, PG is in PA. Do you want me to tell you a joke?
Yeah.
What, off the top of my head?
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow. Moo!
Remember that game day kicks off tomorrow lunchtime live on talkSPORT with Chelsea taking on Fulham in the West London derby.
And a reminder, you can download the brand new 21 Minutes to Go podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. That's me and Jason Cundy. It's very, very funny stuff. A new one comes out every single Monday. By the way, this week's Schmeltz Herring. 21 minutes, go subscribe. And of course, make sure you've got the talkSPORT app. We can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other sister stations so you never miss a moment. When we come back, a superstar will be in the studio. It goes by the name of Joey Cole.
Hamilton, now at Ferrari, dares to dream of a record 8th F1 world title. The Tifosi will be hoping the Brits can bring glory back to Italy. To many, Ferrari and Formula One are inseparable. They're the only team in the sport today to have competed in the first World Championship in 1950, are the most successful team in history, and have built some absolutely gorgeous cars. Their first driver's title was won in 1952 by Alberto Ascari. Considered one of F1's most dominant and best-loved champions, he drove the iconic Ferrari 500 and defended his title the year after. It was Juan Manuel Fangio in his Ferrari 250 who secured the team's next driver's title in 1956. Remember, he was world champion 5 times with 4 different teams. Mike Hawthorne, Phil Hill and John Surtees also won titles for Ferrari in the 50s and 60s, and the cars back then were beautiful, and they even sounded great, didn't they? Anyway, Ferrari went 11 years without winning a title until Niki Lauda won in 1975 in the iconic 312T. Throughout much of the 80s and 90s, though, Ferrari looked like they'd never go all the way again. Le Professeur Alain Prost came pretty close in 1990, but lost out to his bitter rival and former teammate at McLaren, Ayrton Senna. It was only when John Todt recruited a swathe of staff from outside of Italy, including Michael Schumacher, that the glory days returned 21 years after their last driver's title. The turn of the century saw the prancing horse sprint to an unprecedented 5 consecutive championship doubles. And after Schumacher left, Kimi Raikkonen reclaimed the driver's title immediately. But despite employing 1,500 people, the Iceman remains the last Ferrari world champion. So, 16 constructors' titles, 7 more than McLaren, and 15 drivers' titles, 4 more than, again, McLaren. Ferrari are truly Formula One's top team. Forza Ferrari.
Yes, welcome back to the last hour of our show, and welcome to Friday Night Live, TNT Sports' new partnership with talkSPORT. And every Friday, myself and Darren Bent will be joined by some of the biggest names from TNT Sports in what promises to be another pulsating season. TNT Sports is the only place to watch every big competition, with over 700 matches broadcast live from elite European club football to English domestic league and cup competitions this season. Still to come, former Arsenal and England midfielder Farrell Williams will be joining us. But first, it's time to welcome former Chelsea midfielder and England midfielder and TNT Sports pundit, the legend that is Joe Cole, to the studio. Joey Cole, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you, Anne?
It's come close to the mic so we can hear.
Sorry.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm very well. It's lovely to see you.
It's good to be here.
Look, you and I were just chatting. The last time I saw you was backstage at Oasis.
Yeah.
Man, you'd had a drink that night, and
that was before the concert even started. I don't think Richard Ashcroft had even started. Me and my pals Colton and Bridgie, we had it was good, man.
It was a great. I mean, it's a fantastic gig.
I said last time I see you was there. I was well on my way. You went, no, you was there.
Yeah. You weren't waiting for that bus. You'd got on the bus. You got to your destination, and you were having fun. But everyone was having fun. It was just a great gig. Wasn't it?
Do you know what? I've seen Oasis about 7 or 8 times. I love live music. I still, that Cardiff night's the best gig I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it was the first night, so there was the years and years and years of it won't happen again, and it all built up to that one moment.
Yeah. It was blinding.
I never knew that Carlton was a big Oasis fan.
I'm bringing him into the scene.
Do you
He
know
loves
what?
it.
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
bouncing, mate. He loves it.
He was so far gone. I don't even know if he knows he was there that night. It was a great gig. It really was. How lovely to see you in the studio again.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Have you ever been in our new studio before?
Nah, you've spent a few quid in here, haven't you?
You spent a few quid.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Do you like it?
Yeah, but
cool,
decent. Very, very, very bouge.
It's lovely to have you in here. We got you for the next 5 hours, right?
Where's my agent?
We got you for a busy hour, and we've got loads to talk to you about. In fact, let's talk about Chelsea. Actually, we'll talk about the England squad a bit later on. We'll talk about Chelsea. They're taking on Fulham. That game, by the way, is live on TNT Sports as well as talkSPORT. What do you make of the season that is being built at the moment, and the strategy at the club for your former side, Chelsea?
Well, like the strategy is like it's a hard one because I'm on telly a lot talking Chelsea, and you know you're trying to explain what they're trying to do, and it's like it's a different model to the Abramovich years. That's what people have to remember. Under Roman, it was simple. It was like, right, we're trying to win every trophy, so we want to spend the most money, buy the best players. Everyone knew what they were going to do. It was quite easy, and these new owners have come in with more of a business mind on it, and they're trying to sort of and the financial regulations have come in, you know, which means you have to be a bit, you know, you have to be a bit tricky with the ingoings and the outgoings, and you trade it. It's like it's not as pure as like we're just trying to build a team. They're revenue streams that have to come in, so there's a lot of ingoings and outgoings, and all in that time you got Enzo Maresca. His job is to try and whatever it comes through his door to try and mould that into a team that can achieve the goals that you need to achieve. So he's got a difficult job, but it's just I think the Chelsea fan. It's hard for the Chelsea fans to understand what's going on. Do you know what I mean? But it's not what it was before. It's something different, and it can still be successful, but it might be a bit of time.
So do you almost feel like, and to me it looks like from an outside perspective, of course your side, Roman side, it was almost about get the best coach in, get the best players in, and win now. If you don't win, manager goes, next one comes in.
Exactly that.
Whereas now they're almost a little bit like, they still expect that to a certain point, but it's just going to take, whereas you guys would do it in, say, one season, it looks like this is now going to be a prolonged kind of
like a work in progress.
Yeah, to get to where you guys got to.
Yeah, well, obviously, like, Chelsea in that era had a little bit of a cheat code because you had all of the money in the world. Like, you know, like, if Roman wanted to buy Michael Ballack or Shevchenko, you're going to go and get them. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the other clubs, like your Arsenal or Manchester United, they'd have to be a little bit, you work with what they got, do that, and then all of a sudden that changed a little bit as the years went on. But it's so you they've got to be clever, and they're trying to be clever, and but ultimately, as fans, you just like any fans, you just want the best players to be in your team, don't you? You don't you're really relevant to money.
Well, you've signed a good player in Alejandro Garnacho. But I do feel, and Benty was talking earlier on about where he fits in because you've got so many similar players like that. I do feel that maybe the key areas that Chelsea should be looking at is possibly centre-half, but definitely a goalkeeper. Are you surprised they haven't really approached that?
I am a little bit because Garnacho is a good player. Like I was having a chat with someone about it today, and you've obviously got Gittins on that side. You've got Esteval and Neto, loads of players who can play wide. So they are stacked in that situation. And I think it's very much they react. Maybe they're thinking they're reacting to the market. It's a good player at a good price. We can get him and becomes an asset. But if the team building, like Sanchez, for instance, like I think Sanchez is decent. I think he's okay, and he's got a big growth in him. Like his performances at the World Cup were very, very good, Benny, particularly in the final, right? So, but he has made 5 or 6 mistakes last season. So it would be easy to go and find a goalkeeper, but they still want the goalkeeper that. The difference is the model. If you want a goalkeeper who's 21, 22, and he's the top level, goalkeepers ain't top level at that age.
I know, but with goalkeepers, the age is different, right? There's probably the only area where you could get a goalkeeper that's 31 and you've still got 5 years with him.
And maybe more. And
maybe more.
Yeah, so I'm surprised they haven't strengthened in that area.
Like Donnarumma, right?
Donnarumma, well, is he... You know, I don't know what his situation is at the moment.
Well, he's definitely left PSG. It's where he goes.
But almost, it also then feels like it's the wrong profile again because Sanchez is a good shot stopper.
Yeah,
but not best with his feet.
Yeah,
Donnarumma's probably the best in the world at shot stopping, but not great with his feet. So you almost just swap him. I get it. Donnarumma's the better goalkeeper, but I do think I used to be of the opinion, Joe, that Sanchez is replaceable and he's not good enough to be Chelsea goalkeeper. But the longer he's gone on, the more I am starting to grow with him a little bit and go, okay, well, he is kind of minimising mistakes. And I think also as well, Enzo Maresca is starting to go, well, do you know what? If you have to go a bit more direct, just do it.
It's very rare. I can't think of a team that's won the Premier League with a poor goalkeeper.
Yeah. I don't think he's a poor goalkeeper. Definitely don't think he's a poor goalkeeper. And I was thinking something like the other day. What's the only time in the last 20 years where you've seen a goalkeeper at a club and you thought, at a big club, you thought, it's not really working, and he turned it round? The only one I can think of is De Gea at United. Remember when he first come in?
Yeah, they dropped him a few times after they brought him in.
Yeah, but then he eventually got it round. So, but Sanchez is showing signs of improvement, and maybe the club and Enzo have looked at it and gone, right, the right goalkeeper's not out there. We're not going to waste money because we can't waste money.
Of course.
Let's stick with him and give him another year and see how he goes. But the frustration with the fans is probably, let's just go and get Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Because if we got Donnarumma and maybe another centre-half, then you're thinking, we really might have a chance.
Yeah. When you say a chance of what, though? What's the aspirations? Because I do feel there were moments early on in last season where there were some fans, not just Chelsea, but football fans, questioning whether or not Enzo Maresca was the right man, right?
Yeah.
And if there were people like that, I might have included myself in that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But they've all been proved wrong.
You did.
Maybe I did, right? Maybe I thought the job was...
Maybe I might have. You did.
Not because I didn't think he had the credentials.
Shows you've got receipts. Like
you got to see.
We delete them after. But not because I didn't think he had credentials, but I thought at the time Chelsea was a bit of a basket case of a club. You had too many players in the squad. They were changing in the hallway. The dressing room wasn't big enough. And I just didn't know if he could handle that.
Yeah.
But in that season, you could argue he's overachieved. You won the conference. You won the World Club Cup. I just wonder, with all of that in the past, and now he's turned that corner, what are the aspirations for Chelsea? It's not if we do well, we've got a chance of competing, because I think Chelsea have a chance of winning the Premier League this season, no?
Yeah, you got a chance. They're certainly not. You wouldn't put them as your first, second, or maybe even third favourite, but they're under that, and it could happen. It's not out of the realms of possibility. You know, at the time when I knew Enzo was a bit different, we spoke to him before the West Ham game last year. He was under a bit of pressure. Remember that time when it was like, we had about 15 players over here training here. You got 5 players. You know, like it was like, what's going on? Everyone's going. And he come out and he spoke to us before the game, and he was
it at West Ham the game?
At West Ham,
I remember that game.
And he was so assertive. The way I can't even remember how the game went, but the way he's dealt with it, because part of our job is like when we're asking questions. I'm like, sometimes I'm sitting in front of a manager going, I'm asking you a question, Ben. I'm like, I know it's not really a good question to ask, but you know, the people want to answer it. But he just dealt with it. He went, right, no, this is where I play. This is how I play. You're either coming with me or you're not. As simple as that. Don't care. But it was something along them lines, and I was like, oh, I like that. He put it on the front foot, and I think Chelsea had a good result that day. And then it started to settle, and then we got to Christmas, and I was like, and I jumped in 2-footed. I was like, we got a chance here. And then they went 7-8 games without a win. And then I'm like, that's what happens with young players and young teams.
Yeah.
So I think to answer your question, this year has to be an improvement on the points tally, and the gap between first and where Chelsea are needs to be shorter. And on top of that, another cup run would be progression.
I could also remember Maresca going, because that West Ham game, do you remember Chelsea ripped them to pieces?
Yeah.
Jackson, I think, scored 2. I think it might have been 4-5. But I remember him at the start of the season.
One we had loads of chances.
Loads of chances because he was just running through the middle of them.
Yeah.
But I also remember him being really honest, and that was one thing I thought about Maresca, because I think it was the Sterling one, and he said the reason why Raheem Sterling is training with the others is because he doesn't fit the right profile for my white player, what I want a white player to do.
Yeah.
He was really honest, but I think the Club World Cup was what made me. Even though I thought Chelsea would be in the mix this season, the Club World Cup, and particularly the final, the way they absolutely ripped PSG to pieces, made me go, oh, okay, if they get that right, it's consistency is going to be the problem. But that one-off game showed me that they can go toe-to-toe with anyone across Europe. Any top team across Europe, they can go toe-to-toe with them if they get it right with the tactics.
Let's go to break before we do. Where will they finish this season, Joe?
I think they'll finish third.
Okay, I mean, it sounded like you're going to say 5th or 6th there.
No, I was 2nd or 3rd.
Oh, okay.
I think
top 3 then would be who?
Top 3. I think Liverpool win it.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal and then Chelsea.
And then Chelsea, Man City 4th.
Yeah.
Okay. You're listening to Friday Night Live with our friends at TNT Sports. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, and the legend that is Joey Cole. More from the 3 of us right after this. to Friday Night Live, TNT Sports new partnership with talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Premier League 100 Club superstar member Darren Bent. And Talk the Superstars, we've got former Chelsea and England midfielder and TNT Sports pundit Joe Cole with us as well. Still to come, former Leeds forward Lucy Ward will be joining us. Just quickly, Johan Visser will not be part of the Brentford squad for their trip to Sunderland.
You better hope he gets that move, I'm telling you.
Well, the reason he's the fact that deleted his...
Yeah. He's gone all in. All in.
Has gone all in. Well,
would somebody have done that for him? Like, or would you do?
I assume so.
Yeah.
Well, he must have gone, yes, yeah, do it.
You do it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just thinking of I can't even bother to delete emails. You know what I mean?
No, someone's obviously working, but we haven't heard anything about Isak yet, have we?
Yeah.
That's gone a little bit quiet. Spurs have confirmed, we talked about this earlier, the signing of Xavi Simons from RB Leipzig. Right, we're delighted now to welcome TNT Sports pundit and former Arsenal midfielder Farrah Williams to the show, absolute superstar. Farrah, hello, good evening to you.
Hi, good evening, guys.
How are you? You good? You well?
I'm well. I'm very well. Just got back off holiday, so yeah. Nice and,
Was there no sun there?
No, there weren't actually. There actually wasn't.
Where did you go? I was just talking to Joe about skiing. I can't stand skiing. Joe loves it. Where did you go? Was it a skiing holiday or in the sun?
No, I went Thailand.
Oh,
Traveled a few islands.
Far afield?
It's not, it's their rainy season, so it weren't the sun that I was expecting.
Oh, okay. Well, don't blame me. I'm not the travel agent. Right, listen, let's start off by discussing one of your former clubs at Everton. What have you made of their start to the season and, of course, that move away from Goodison Park?
Yeah, I think their opening game, I think for the fans was disappointing to go away to Leeds, which is always difficult. But the result was disappointing for them. They weren't happy with that. I've got a few Evertonians, some mates up there, and spoke to them about that. But I think they were delighted with the home game. I think they're delighted with the new stadium. I think that's a big lift for the fans. I think there was a bit of, the move from Goodison and what Goodison meant to the fans was massive for them, and apprehensive about moving there. But I think that they're buzzing with the stadium, and obviously that 2-0 victory against Brighton and the performance that they put out. I think the fans are really happy. I think the stadium was electric. I think that the signing of Grealish for the fans, they want big players at their club, and they've got one in him for sure.
Farrah, talk to me then, because you said there about Jack. I thought he was brilliant in that first game. I thought Dewsbury Hall as well played really well. What are your expectations then for Everton this season? Because the last few years have been tough. But obviously, new start, new freshness, these new exciting players. What are you expecting from Everton? I think you just got an email. I think you just got an email, Farrah, as well.
Yeah. I think the fans are excited. I think, look, they know they've been struggling at the bottom for a few years now, and a club as big as Everton, they shouldn't be, down at the bottom. They should be comfortably, top 10. And I think that's the expectation from the fans. I think with some of the signings that they've brought in, and you mentioned there, Dewsbury Hall, I think, he's unlucky at Chelsea because they have such a big squad. He didn't really get, the minutes that he probably wanted and that he had at Leicester to prove himself. And he'll get that at Everton. But they've got obviously Grealish as well. They've just signed Barry. I don't know too much about him, but what I've seen about him is a type of player that Everton fans really appreciate. Somebody that is honest, hard-working, and I think once he adapts, I think he'll be a really good signing. I know they lost obviously Calvert-Lewin, but I think a top 10 finish, and with the players they've signed, I think they would have hoped though the fans for a few more, certainly defensively in those fullback areas. But I think they'll be happy with what they have at the minute, and yeah, a top 10 finish for them, it will be a massive improvement.
I mean, I think that would be incredible for Everton, because year on year we talk about Everton after maybe 2 or 3 games. It's like, will they survive? The fact that we're talking about Everton even so early on in the season as a team that could possibly break into the top 10 is, I mean, it just underlines what an unbelievable job Moyes is doing there, right?
Yeah, I think he's a fantastic manager. I think he proved that, didn't he, when he was at Everton before, and obviously at West Ham and what he did there. And I think, he knows the fans better than anybody, and the fans absolutely adore him. And I think, the type of manager he is, the players, want to play for him, and he's tactically astute. So he's a very good manager, and I think the club fits, him and the club is a perfect fit. So yeah, I think we saw what he did last season, and the run of games they can go on. It's just that consistency that they need. And I think this new stadium, I think the buzz around the stadium and with the fans will only lift them, certainly in those important games at home.
Listen, another one of your former sides in action, Arsenal, they face Liverpool. What a massive game that is. Do you think this could be the season they could win the Premier League title? It pains me to say it because Bent is alongside me and he's desperate for that to happen.
I think we've been saying it for a few years now. I don't know what it is with Arsenal and why we don't seem to. I think a lot of pundits sort of write them off. I'm one of those as well. I'm not too sure if they can do it again. But I'm not too sure if they can do it this season. Obviously, third time lucky maybe. I don't know, but Liverpool, they're the team that I think would, or I said before the season, that would win it. Having seen them at the opening 2 games, I know they've won them both, but they haven't looked convincing in both. And what I've seen with Arsenal is they look more adaptable this season with personnel that they've brought in. They, in my opinion, in the last couple of years, probably overplayed, through the lines a little bit too much at times. They've probably got arguably the best defence, Arsenal. And now I think they've adapted their style. I think they're happy to go a bit more direct. So I think they could be a surprise package in terms of that, actually winning the title this year. And I wouldn't have said that going into the season, but having seen them in the opening 2 games, we saw at Old Trafford, played a lot of the 90 without the ball, but were able to win, via a set piece. So I think that they look more adaptable this year, which, probably they can go and do it, but I wouldn't have said that before the season.
Joe, when I asked for your 1 and 2, you said Liverpool, then Arsenal. What is it you think that Liverpool have got that Arsenal don't have?
Experience. I think when it comes to the crunch, I think the Liverpool players know how to win big games at big moments. I think the problem with Arsenal the last 5-6 years, and it has to happen at some point because they do keep improving, but there'll be a point in April, May, I think, where Arsenal will have a game, Benty, and I think it'll be one of them. They might not be playing well, they might have some injuries, and they'll have to win it, and the pressure will be on. I think Liverpool are capable of that at the moment, and I don't think Arsenal are.
Okay. Farrah, listen, while we've got you here, we must talk about the WSL because, of course, the season kicks off. I think it's next week, and Arsenal, of course, they won the Champions League last season. Do you think that Arsenal can really sustain a challenge for the title this season?
I think they can. They're a little bit like the men, aren't they, in terms of enjoying finishing second. But, yeah, I mean, they were unbelievable in that Champions League final, and that's the sort of levels they can play at. It's just the consistency that they don't have, that Chelsea have had for the last 6 years, and hence why they've won the WSL for the last 6 years. They made a record signing in the summer, $1 million player or £1 million player in Olivia Smith. So they're certainly adding to their squad, that squad depth that they definitely need when they're in all competitions. There's no reason why they can't, but if they can get that consistency that's needed in order to win it, because there's not many games in the WSL. They have, I think it's 22-game season, so not many games in the WSL. So if they can get consistency, there's no reason with the squad they have, the manager they have, that they can do that.
Farrah, what confidence could they take, though, after winning the Champions League, where, to be fair, no one really gave them a chance, Arsenal winning it, and they went there and did win it? How much confidence will that give them going into the season? Then they can compete with the best.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think the ability that they know that they knocked out Lyon and beat Lyon away from home, who have never been beaten in 3 seasons going into that fixture. So they can beat the very best. In one-off games, they probably are, capable of being the best team in England and in Europe. But it is only those one-off games that they're able to do that in. I think the fact that they beat, Barcelona in that final and were completely wrote off. I think if they trust in the manager and the process of what they're trying to do at the club and show that consistency that I mentioned, then they've got a great chance of winning the league.
Farrah Williams, thank you so much for coming on. You don't look jet lagged. Are you through it? When did you get back?
I'm tired. Yesterday evening.
Oh,
I'm going down, ready for bed. I just threw a top on my hair. Look at me.
Okay. You've come on the breakfast show, right? You know it's 6:30 in the morning, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you look great. Thank you as always for coming on. It's very kind of you. Sleep well. Get that.
Thanks, Farrah.
Much needed rest. Thanks, Farrah.
Cheers, Farrah.
Still to come, former Leeds forward Lucy Ward will be joining us. But first, it's time for No Googling. Now, we're, of course, joined in the studio by TNT sports pundit Joe Cole. Many will remember Joe's outrageous, fluky volley against Sweden in the 2006 World Cup.
It's awful, isn't he?
The game ended 2-2. It was an amazing goal. We want to know, who did Joe set up for the second goal? Don't say it. Do you know the answer?
Yeah.
Bentley, do you know it?
Yeah.
Okay. You're such a liar. The answer to that and loads more coming up live on our show right after this on talkSPORT.
Is Alexander Isak now free to make his move? Well, maybe, given that Newcastle have agreed to sign Stuttgart striker Nick Voltemade for a deal totalling £69 million. Our European experts have compared him to Peter Crouch, a big man with a great touch who can also weave in and out of challenges. Our transfer reporter Ben Jacobs says it remains to be seen if Newcastle will now open the door to another Liverpool bid.
If you're Liverpool and you're looking at this profile and the money spent, you're taking encouragement, because regardless of who comes in, if it's 150, Liverpool won't be there. If it's closer to 120 million, they will be.
Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Fenerbahce just hours after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was fired by Besiktas. Could either succeed Ruben Amorim? Well, Ben Foster's told us Gareth Southgate could maybe do it, given his ability to change the mindset within a dressing room. Either way, he says a new goalkeeper is a must, and there are so many that have already slipped through their fingers.
I just don't know why they're not going out and getting a Donnarumma or an Emi Martinez, because I think once you get that goalkeeper sorted, I think that's just the building blocks of where you need to get to.
Elsewhere, talkSPORT understands Xavi Simons has had his Spurs medical and everything's been signed after a €60 million fee was agreed. Alejandro Garnacho's move to Chelsea has been agreed as well. The initial fee is £40 million with another 10 in add-ons. Get all the latest transfer lines at talksport.com.
You're listening to Friday Night Live. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Joe Cole is here. This is all thanks to our friends at TNT Sports. In fact, before the break, I asked a question about Joe Cole. Joe scored that ridiculous goal for England in the 2006 World Cup, chested it down and smashed it into the corner. The game ended 2-2, but you also had an assist in that game. And the question was, who was that assisting to a goal? You couldn't remember?
I couldn't know.
Okay. Any idea? Do you want to have a little guess?
Gerrard, maybe?
It was Gerrard, yeah. Do you tell him, Joe? You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. All right. You got it in front of you, have you? This Friday Night Live, TNT Sports, new partnership with talkSPORT, myself, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, and the brilliant Joe Cole. We're with you till 7. Then following us, it's Majestic and Flex. They bring you the transfer insiders. But now we're delighted to welcome former Leeds forward and TNT Sports pundit, the wonderful Lucy Ward, to the show. Hello, Lucy. Good evening to you.
Hi, boys. Hi, Joseph.
Hello, Lucy.
Are you good? You well?
Yeah, good, thank you. Just getting ready to come down to London for the game tomorrow.
That looks like a fantastic den you're in. Can you just talk us through some of the stuff on the walls you got there?
Well, they're all Neil Redfern's my partner. They're all his shirts, so that's his wall.
Yeah.
The best Barnsley player ever. So I'm reminded of that quite a lot.
Where's your shirts, Luce?
Exactly,
Yeah.
Joe. There's no room for mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got one here. There's one here. It's when I played in Lucas Radovich's testimonial and scored a goal.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thanks so much for coming on. Let's start off by
No problem.
discussing the game tomorrow. You're part of the coverage for Chelsea against Fulham. It's live on TNT Sports, of course. What are you expecting from Chelsea this season? Because one of the questions I was asking Joe about before is, have they got a genuine chance of winning the Premier League?
Yeah, I mean, I do like Maresca. I think that he's been dealt a really difficult hand in terms of, you know, the lots of players he had to deal with just getting a squad together. I think that they dipped in the middle of the season last season, but I think the thing about him is tactically he's very shrewd, and I think that he's so adaptable. I think the best example I can give is the start of the season when they played Palace. Glasner set Palace up, so basically they pressed the front three and try and stop Caicedo getting on the ball, and it worked absolutely perfectly. Then West Ham tried to do the same, and he changed it. He dropped Caicedo a little bit deeper. So little tweaks like that, I think that, you know, adding to the forward line and the fact that, you know, that they're not as reliant on Cole Palmer as they have been, which is good for Chelsea. You know, Estevao, I like. He's exciting. João Pedro is such a good player. So, yeah, I think that it's very positive for Chelsea now and a lot more stable.
Lucy, do you think as well with the players that they've brought in and the squad that they've got, they are going to be in a lot of competitions this year? Do you think they've got the squad in terms of strength and depth to be able to deal with all fronts?
Yeah, Champions League, Darren, I think, you know, it's a big thing. And what happened last year, because I covered, I think, every, you know, Conference League game, Dog and Duck FC, all that, Carabag, every Chelsea game, I went everywhere. And he had basically a separate team, which was brilliant for the kids and the players that were just on the fringe, and they saw a pathway into the first team. He won't be able to do that now. You know, he'll have to play a strong team in the Champions League. It'll then depend on which match days, which games follow, you know, which match days. So it'll be a little bit more difficult for him, but he's got that squad depth now.
Listen, we can't have you on the show and not talk about Leeds United. What do you make of their chances of staying up, and how important do you think Ellen Road is and that 12th man for them this season?
Yeah, it's key, Andy. I think, you know, the number of games that they win at Ellen Road will be the difference between them staying up or not. The only problem you've got, and having been there for years and years, is that it's a very positive place, but it can also be full of pressure. That shirt is very, very heavy if you're not playing well, and you're not a sort of player who, you know, is brave enough to wear it. But I think you saw versus Everton. I don't think Everton were particularly in good form when they came to Ellen Road at the start of the season. But if they can get wins there, I think they got a little bit of a, not a surprise, but straight back down to earth against Arsenal. It just looked men v boys. Like Declan Rice looked like he was a dad playing with his kids in the middle of midfield. It was, you know, but they've signed athletic players and they need to play them because that's, you know, that's the way to compete in the Premier League. But yeah, home form is absolutely key.
Lucy, I mean, someone who obviously made their debut against Sheffield Wednesday was Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And he had a bit of a tough time, of course. He missed the penalty, missed a couple of good chances as well. How important do you think he's going to be? But it's not so much just about him on the pitch. How important is it that they keep him on the pitch? Because we know, of course, at Everton, he struggled with injuries.
Yeah, I mean, they've just released Patrick Bamford, who's very similar, scores goals when he's fit, but then just keeping him fit has been an absolute nightmare. And I do think, actually, the result against Sheffield Wednesday is a lot more worrying than the result against Arsenal, because Sheffield Wednesday were basically playing their under-21s team, and Leeds still didn't get through in the cup. But yeah, Calvert-Lewin, you know, when he's on form, and I think he's a type of player where he literally has to be 100% fit, and like you all know that is so difficult as a player. You always got some sort of pain or like something somewhere. But I think he's got that mindset where he thinks if he goes in and he's not 100%, then something may happen. So it's about sort of channeling that mindset and making sure you get him on the pitch, because they need goal scorers. You know, they've sort of. I think they need more players. I think the Leeds fans I've sort of read today are really sort of wobbling about, you know, we missing out on certain players. You know, I think Buonanotta's going to go to Chelsea, which is fair enough, but I think they've lost players to other clubs that perhaps that they think that they can compete with players for.
Lucy, listen, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on, and have a great day tomorrow.
Thanks, you.
Luce.
See you later.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. See you, Joe. See you tomorrow.
That was the former Leeds forward and TNT Sports pundit Lucy Ward. She'll be part of the coverage for tomorrow's game between Chelsea and Fulham, which of course you can watch live on TNT Sports 1 with coverage starting at 11 a.m. Now, earlier today we heard the news that Jose Mourinho had been sacked as the manager of Fenerbahce, and of course we're joined in the studio by a man who played under Jose in that brilliant Chelsea side that won back-to-back titles in 05 and 06. Joe, you know Jose better than most.
Mm-hmm.
Has he still got a place in the Premier League?
Yeah,
he has.
I believe so. I think the Fenerbahce job was a funny one to take. I think he genuinely loves football and he wants to be part of it. And even like when he was at Tottenham, we seen Conte go to Tottenham as well and struggle with how they sort of and again to sack him before the League Cup final was a strange decision.
Can I ask a question to you?
Go on.
Right. I don't want you to tell me the reason because we're on air.
Go on.
Do you actually know the reason why he was sacked before that League Cup final?
Do I know? No, only what I've heard from
talking to people behind the scenes.
No one who can, not from the horse's mouth, but you hear the rumours it may have been a financial decision.
That's
things
what
like
I've
that.
heard,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I've heard. Like, you don't know how true that is, but it would when something so strange as to sack the manager before a cup final happens, it has to be a sort of a strange reason like that. And finances would have maybe have dictated it because you want, especially Jose Mourinho in a cup final.
If he's got a deal where in his deal it says that if you bring silverware and you'll get this much money, they've got that in place because they want him to win silverware. So if it gets you to the final, why would you? I don't.
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't understand
again,
that. If that is part of it, we don't know.
I've got to put an asterisk on it. I don't know if it's true, and it's just a strange thing. But anyway, again, I think you put Tottenham to bed. I think the Manchester United, what he done at Manchester United in that spell. Now you finish in second.
One of the League Cup,
two or three trophies. That looks very, very good now. That's aged very well. So Roma winning the Conference League and getting to the Europa League final. So I don't buy into this thing where he's spent. I think there's a lot into him, and I think coming back to England will be massive for him.
Let me ask your whole club, West Ham. They're struggling a little bit with Potter. He's been linked to West Ham. Would you like to see him there?
It's strange. It's hard because I don't like to see any. First of all, I'd like to see Graham Potter be given time. So I want to say that first. I know it's not looking good for him, and he seems like a good man. And you manages, but I think it'll be fireworks if they were together. I think it would.
If who were together? West Ham and Jose?
Yeah.
Bad fireworks?
Good fireworks.
Good fireworks.
Yeah, good. I think it'll be good. But again, I know this will probably get clipped up, but I think Potter should be given time. I do think.
How much?
I think he should be given at least till Christmas. And at least the opportunity to bring players in. Because I think what came in when he got the job at West Ham.
Yeah.
I think the David Moyes era, then Lopetegui come in, and it was almost like an operation in how to unfold good work and destroy a club. And then you're not just starting from scratch, you're starting from minus. Because the German fella coming at West Ham with the big reputation, Tim Steidem, to bring the right players in. And now look at the players he's brought in. Most of them are on the bench or in the reserves now. Spent a lot of money. So I think there's a lot to be accountable for his performance in signing players, but also for who've given him the responsibility to do that. So then I think Lopetegui's coming. I think then it got worse. Get backwards again, and then so Graham Potter's now he's putting out fires. He's trying to use the kids. So I would love to see him be given time.
Can I ask you a horrible question?
Yeah, go on.
Is Jarrod Bowen too good for West Ham?
It's a hard question.
It's a hard question, but in what sense?
Well, I think he's such a good player that he should be playing European football.
He deserves to be playing. He deserves to be playing in the Champions League, and he deserves to be a player that wins trophies and maybe play more times for Benty. Do you know what I mean? But he also, I know he loves the club. I know he loves the club, and he loves playing there and everything. And he signed a big contract, and his family is settled and everything. But as a footballer, he should be winning trophies regularly and playing in the Champions League because he's just a goal scorer, isn't he?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Go on.
If West Ham don't perform and they have problems and they're in the bottom 5 around Christmas time, do you think a player as good as Jarrod Bowen is less likely to be picked for a World Cup squad than if he was in a team that was knocking on the door of top 4?
Yeah, and not necessarily just because of that, because if West Ham are in the bottom 5 at Christmas, things are not looking good, chances are Jarrod Bowen's not performing it.
That's right.
And not because of his
it's a team game,
because
right?
it's like
service is
wrong, confidence is wrong, that goes without saying. So yes, it's true. If that would give him less of a chance, I would imagine, because of circumstances. But it could sometimes some players shine even more, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you know? I'm looking at Bruno Fernandes, for instance. Like, he's been playing with the last 2 years. It's been abysmal at Manchester United. What's around him? He's consistently played well and consistently shined.
Do you think Ruben should be given more time?
I don't. Good question. Yeah, you've snookered me there, haven't you? No. Can I be honest? Do I think he should be given more time?
Okay. Do you think he's got what it takes to turn Manchester United into what the owners and the fans think they should be turned into?
I'm going to answer you saying I don't think there's any one football coach in the world in the current structure has got what it takes to turn Manchester United singularly. I think they're answerable to the people above, around Ruben. It's not just Ruben Amorim. He has a big part to play, and I think signing a young, exciting manager like him, who was everyone in world football. We couldn't do no wrong. You talk about him like he was the second coming.
Yeah.
When he come in, and I always held fast. Let's wait and see what he actually does. Because this is a difficult job. The Manchester United job at that circumstances, I think, was you needed safe hands. You needed someone who understood the league, who understood the business structure of it. That's why I thought they should have given it to Gareth Southgate. And Man United fans would probably have shouted you down. We want Amorim. But looking back now, who do you want to navigate a ship out of choppy waters? Like, Gareth might not be the guy who's going to win you the Champions Leagues, but Man United are miles away from that now. So I think I would have gone, especially your main man, what's his name, the owner, Ineos. Ineos. Ratcliffe, right? So he's a businessman, right? He understands about, he's not. It doesn't strike me as a romantic. Like, we're going to get this young Portuguese suave coach in, and he's going to turn us from 8th to compete with Man City. He must have understood there's processes to be put in place that needs to happen, and you need people who have a real understanding of English game, English culture, also business as well. So I was actually stunned they didn't give it to Gareth when they did. But yeah,
okay, good. You got out of that snooker one.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Do you think he'll stay? I'm only joking. This is Friday Night Live on talkSPORT in partnership with TNT Sports. Up next, Benton. Joe Cole will be predicting some of the weekend's biggest games in the Premier League. Welcome back. This is Friday Night Live, TNT Sports' new partnership with talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and TNT Sports pundit and superstar Joe Cole is with us in the studio. A reminder that follow us at 7 Majestic and Flex. They'll bring you transfer insiders. Right, time now for this.
It's time. It is tight and tense.
We're flying and our fists are punching.
DB versus TNT. What drama on talkSPORT, just when you think you've seen it all.
Good night.
Good night indeed. Well, not yet. This is our brand new feature, DB v TNT bracket sports, where every week on Friday Night Live, Premier League 100 club member Darren Bent pits himself against our special studio guest from TNT Sports. This week, of course, we're joined by the superstar that is Joe Cole. Every Friday, they'll be predicting some of the biggest games from the Premier League this weekend. If they correctly predict the result, they'll be given a point. But if they get the score in a game bang on, they'll get more points, 3 points to be precise. We'll be tallying up the scores throughout the season with TNT Sports experts, pundits, working together to beat and tonk our very own Darren Bent. Now, it was a low-scoring week last week with Hugo Monye, picking up, just in case he's listening, picking up just 1 point for Team TNT Sports.
Was he fuming with Hugo?
He said to me in the break, I went, is it Hugo or...
Hugo.
No, I said, is it Hugo or...
He said, or Hugo. And he went, it's Hugo. And you went, oh, we're Hugo then.
Oh, he said, don't call me Hugo, I hate it. And I went, okay, welcome back. We've got Hugo alongside. Anyway, he was pretty poor, was Hugo. He got 1 point. You both correctly predicted that Chelsea would beat West Ham, but neither thought Spurs would beat City or Liverpool would win at Newcastle. Yeah. So the current score at the moment is DB Darren Bent 2, TNT bracket sports 3.
Oh, it's coming home. Don't worry, it's coming home.
It's a long way to go. This week, Benny and Joe, it says you both had 30 seconds. I'll give you a bit longer. Let's go through the games. Chelsea v Fulham. That one is live on talkSPORT and TNT Sports 1 tomorrow at 12:30. So, Joe, you don't have to jump straight in with your answer, but how do you see this game going, Chelsea against Fulham? Did you used to like playing in this type of game?
With London derbies?
Yeah.
Love London derbies. This is the most friendliest London derby.
I bet it is.
It's just so polite. It's just like, it's about...
The polite derby.
The polite derby, like avocado on toast. But then when Chelsea play West Ham or Chelsea play Tottenham, it gets a bit...
Yeah, there's smashing going on, but it's not avocados.
Yeah, so, but it seems very friendly. So, no, I think Chelsea win this. I think Fulham have stood still. I think you cannot stand still. You can't have a summer in the Premier League when all the teams around you are going again. And especially if you've got Silva as your manager.
How much do you say they spent?
500k euros.
500k
euros.
Man City probably spend that on baked beans in the season. You know what I mean?
Smashed avocado.
Yeah, smashed avocado. Yes. Yeah.
Go on, Joe. How can you see this one?
I'm going to see this as a 3-1 to Chelsea.
Okay. Go on, what are you going to say?
No.
Okay, Benny?
Yeah, I had it as the same. I wrote it down earlier. You saw me write 3-1 down.
Why haven't you written anything there?
I can show you when I was a crookie.
No, it's fine. I believe you.
I think Chelsea.
Dodgy like that.
No, I really have 3-1.
So dodgy.
Oh, do you know what?
No, why don't you change it?
3-0.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, 3-0.
I've won that one.
It's got a whole page completely blank.
Chelsea.
Right, so you're going 3-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Joe, you've gone 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, I don't know if I want to do this one. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, the mighty Manchester United take on great team. Burnley. Good. Don't underestimate the Burnley side. Championship winners. Yeah. Great team. Joe, what are you going for?
I'm going to go...
Do it without smiling, if both of you, all right?
No. They got to win. Man United have to win. They have to win. They have to win. I was in France. I was on holiday and I was sitting outside on the veranda. My son was watching the Man United Grimsby games. I didn't even want to watch it. And he's screaming. He's going, Dad, who is this team that's beating Manchester United? He's going, what are they called? I'm like, mate.
I was asking the same question.
Yeah, it was. And he said they was good for it. So
they were great for it.
Having said that, I'm gonna go with a Man United tight 1-0 win. Horrible. Old Trafford, toxic, and they 1-0.
Okay.
I've gone 2-1 United.
You both
think? I think that Burnley will score from a set play. I think set play they will score
at the back. With crosses.
Yeah.
It won't be Onana in goal, will it? Okay, we've got one left. Liverpool, the big one. Joe, Liverpool against Arsenal. That one Sunday at 4:30.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
Desmond.
Has he done it? He's had a Desmond, yeah.
Desmond Douglas.
Okay.
2-2. Yeah. Joe, you've been great. Thank you so much for coming in.
Enjoyed that.
You've been an absolute superstar. You lot out there in Radio Land, you'll be listening to Friday Night Live on talkSPORT in partnership with TNT Sports. It's the only place to watch every big competition with over 700 matches broadcast live, from elite European club football to English domestic league and cup competitions this season. And a reminder that you can watch Chelsea against Fulham. That's in the Premier League. It's live on TNT Sports 1 tomorrow from 11. Benty and I, we're going to be back on Monday as we bring you deadline day drive time as that transfer window slams shut. Have you got your outro? You've been doing it all week on ChatGPT. Benty's trying to find the perfect outro. So, Joe, thank you for coming in. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you Monday at 4 p.m. But, of course, I'll leave the last words to my co-host, Darren Bent.
It's been great hanging out with you. Same time, same place, Monday. Don't miss it.